on Rinse.
What's going on, people? Cheeky Sport on Rinse FM. You're back. I'm back. Ron Burgundy.
Boo!
Is here.
Well, like Ron
We're
Maroon.
here,
Ron
running the
Maroon
thing.
in the cut.
Yeah? I hope everyone knows what Ron Burgundy is or who he is.
They shit, I don't know.
Anyway,
you don't know.
anyway, Lacquer Chris.
Ooh, Parliament, Jake.
And we're obviously here.
This guy was 40 minutes late today.
Bro,
Joel.
Bro, let the man have his
I never
shine.
snitch. I never snitch.
Bro, you
40
can tell,
minutes
bro, you
late.
can tell anyone. It doesn't matter.
We'll
We'll talk about that in a minute.
I'm going to tell my mum.
But anyway, but anyway, yeah.
Anyway.
We're here with a very special man. Yeah, he won the competition.
He sure did.
Yeah, and we say when we win competitions, people get their stuff. They get their merch. They get their hats. Yeah, they get their t-shirts. And if we say they're coming on the show, they're coming on the show.
It might be 5 weeks late, but it'll happen.
So big up, Tyler.
You get a round of applause,
on
please.
the show.
Round of applause,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
There's only a couple of people in the
What was the
studio.
competition?
What was the competition?
It was, to guess the score of Watford Arsenal.
Yeah,
What
and
was
you
the
randomly
we guess that.
What
know
made you say
Score.
2-2? Was it 2-2 or 1-0?
2-2.
Great,
What made you
great
say
fan.
2-2?
Great fan over here.
Obviously, the Arsenal have problems at Vicarage.
Yep.
Vicarage Road, that's why.
And
Why-
he knew
why-
that
why
you lot
was-
were F it up.
Why was that relevant?
I just wanted to know how, what made him think that Arsenal was going to throw away.
I would have
They struggle with Watford.
said it was a draw.
Wait,
as
did they throw away a 2-0 goal?
Yeah,
line?
yeah.
Again.
Against a team that had no manager, basically.
Yeah.
No. Didn't they have like 32 shots or something? That game?
Yeah, most ever.
Yeah.
Record break.
Record
Wow.
breaking.
Don't even get
Well,
this.
good-
We
good-
might as well just start with Arsenal
Good
now.
evening.
Well,
Good evening,
Well,
ladies
this
and
is the way.
gentlemen.
This is where we're gonna start. So obviously gonna start at a big controversial point of the weekend. Well, there was a couple, but this is the main one, and which
Aye,
is Arsenal
troops.
versus Crystal Palace.
Troops. I love
Again
you, my
against
guy.
Palace, again.
Emery's your guy, yeah?
Yeah,
Emery's your guy.
I'm not gonna lie. So
And he said Emery's out.
Before we even get to,
I love you, Chief, my boy.
Before we
Big
get,
L.
Before we get to Arsenal Fan TV and any thoughts of what happened to Arsenal, what's happening at the moment. For anyone who kind of, I wanted to know you lot's opinion.
The
of that
manager,
game.
the manager keeps on getting
2-2.
Before we get started,
He keeps on getting the starting lineup wrong.
What is it?
That's all I know. He keeps on getting.
Before we get started, yeah, free DT's hat. I hope you find it, bro. We're praying for you, my brother.
Bro, you got his hat back, didn't you?
Yeah.
See the way
What
my
happened
man
to
took
his
it.
Hey, yoink.
See the way my man took his hat off.
Nah,
Where's my hat? Claus in the back going, where's his hat?
I'm not gonna lie. The comment section in
Was that real?
Aye.
Was Claude really doing that?
No, I'm just imagining.
That'd be
things.
beautiful.
That'd have been amazing. Big up.
Big up
Big up Claude. I like it, DT. That was unfortunate.
Claude, it's time to go.
You see how
It's time to go, Robbie.
we even say when it's time to go, and everyone's like, hey!
Those are the 4 epic words from Claude. Anyway,
Yeah, let's get
anyway,
into let's get into
firstly, instead of talking about fan reactions, what were you guys' thoughts when obviously no one watched the game because everyone was watching a big game on Sunday.
Big game, yeah.
But what was you lot's opinion on what happened?
Okay,
in
should we
general.
start on Xhaka?
Yeah, you can start on
I think
Xhaka
that's
if
the
you
main
want.
topic.
Scapegoat. The scapegoat.
But no, that's the problem. That's a little bit of a problem there because why are we talking about Xhaka? Because Arsenal threw away a 2-goal lead.
Yes.
They threw away the 2-goal
Yes.
lead
Yes.
before
Tell it how it
Xhaka.
is. Tell it how it
even
is.
And even
Let's
after
get
Xhaka
okay.
came
Tell it how
off,
it
even
is,
after
the kid.
Xhaka came off, they still didn't get another goal. Did
Okay,
they?
let's talk about that. 2-0 up at home to Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
That's it. Game should
That's
be
an improvement.
done.
That's an improvement, by the way, because we lost.
You lost 3-2 last year.
It's an improvement.
But on a serious level,
It's improvement.
2-0 up at half time. 2-1 up at half time. But being 2-0 up in general, game should be done. Doesn't matter
That
who you're.
should be.
If you're playing a team of that level, no disrespect to Crystal Palace because they're a really good side, but you're Arsenal. You need to be closing that game off. 2-0 up, that's it. Game done. And you let Crystal Palace come back and give you the D.
So Tyler, what did you
You know how
think?
mad that is?
What did you think of like the whole swing? Obviously, I'm guessing you only saw the highlights at best. What did you think? Do you think like Arsenal fans and also fans from the outside is kind of getting a bit too over the top? It is Crystal Palace. They're a good side, and you drew the game 2-2. Like, do you think is that people are going too far? Or do you think this is like really,
It's a good
really
draw for
embarrassing?
Arsenal.
yeah, I think Arsenal have always kind of, their fans have always, I thought, gotten the teams back quite quick. If like another team like comes back or equalises or something, and I thought that was the case as well with Xhaka as well. Like they got in him, and it was just.
Yeah, but end of the day, this whole Xhaka thing, like, and I know this is what Jack wants to talk about. The reality
Big
is,
time.
it is slightly a disgrace from Arsenal fans.
Let me.
They've done it
Because-
before with a Boué.
This is
Yeah.
what I was about to say. They're notorious for this.
Yeah,
stuff.
but that's-
And not
And
even just
Mustafi as
Eboué.
well.
Not even, yeah,
It's-
Mustafi got
Yeah,
it.
they get on
Rambo was getting it up until before
But do
he
you know what
left.
it is? Do you
What
know
is
what
it,
it is?
Jack? What is it,
I'll tell
Jack?
you what. Let me explain the full thing from my side, because I go to games.
Fulham-
I go
from
to
a
games
Fulham-
quite a lot.
From
Unlike
From
you
a
lot.
fuller
Here we
perspective,
go.
you
Okay,
know?
listen, no.
Come on.
That doesn't mean
Firstly,
anything.
Let's hear it.
Doesn't mean
firstly,
anything. We watch on TV.
firstly, the fans that booed Xhaka yesterday are embarrassing in my opinion.
Fact.
Okay.
Because you're trying, as an Arsenal fan, you should be looking to try and resolve the situation. By booing the player, you create a negative attitude on the whole pitch. The whole team's going to hear that. The whole mentality, the pressure is going to be on each player now.
Okay,
Listen, let me
hold on,
explain.
hold
Let me
on,
explain.
hold
Let
on.
me explain. Let me
Before
explain.
before you explain, how are you going to contradict yourself by saying
I'm not
this so
contradicting.
eloquently?
No.
And then off cam, you're going to talk S
No.
to me
No,
about Wenger.
no, but you don't understand.
I used.
No, but that's not contradicting. That's two
Wenger-
different.
Wenger got
That's
booed.
that's
I'm
that's
done at it.
that's
Wenger
yeah.
got booed and everything.
Yeah, but you're not listening to me.
Track.
I listen.
Hold on, T saw Wenger in Louis Vuitton. Tell him, was he not looking
I'll just
fresh?
finish
Yeah,
my
he
point
was.
then.
He was
Fresh.
looking-
Go on.
he looked-
Let me finish my
Go
point.
on.
So look, this has happened. I think it's embarrassing. You should never boo. I've personally, unless you've done something like inexcusable, which I do, because they booed him before he did all that madness. By the way,
Yeah.
For me, don't boo the player because it's all the team in general. I don't boo because for me, you're not helping the situation. But secondly, Xhaka is not a captain. He's not captain material
Facts
after what he
again.
did, because the guy took a shot off, did this, did that, bro. You're captain.
Who else have they got though to be captain?
Uber.
Realistically,
Bellerin,
Willock.
maybe
David
Bellerin,
Luiz.
maybe
Bellerin.
Louis.
No,
Louis.
no,
Who?
no, T.
Louis.
T, no.
Yeah, can I just say something though?
That's
Like,
not captain
you know,
behaviour.
you know something that people need to realize when we're just talking about the Xhaka thing. Xhaka, I'm not defending Xhaka because obviously everyone knows I always have said Xhaka's an awful player. Yeah, he's
But he'll make
he's
your
not
team,
good enough.
definitely.
He's not good enough for Arsenal.
He'll definitely make your
But no, he won't.
He would.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, he wouldn't.
what I would say is that Xhaka has been abused more than not just this week,
yeah,
for
yeah, of
weeks.
course.
And you got to realize he is the one player who, when I've watched Arsenal, he does seem like he gives 100% for the club, and I feel like. Why is Arsenal booing
Shall I tell you why?
the
Let me-
player
let me-
off the
let me tell-
pitch?
Shall I tell you why?
No, because remember they started booing
Yeah, but
before
I
he.
know, but shall I tell
before
you
he
why we're
comes
booing
in.
him?
Don't say
Yeah,
that.
but shall I tell you why we're
That's
booing him?
great.
Shall I
That's
tell you
what
why,
created
though?
the
Let me tell you why we're booing him at this very point. We're at the point now with Xhaka where I think he's been in the club, what, 3-4 years now? And you
3
know what?
years.
And you know what with Xhaka?
I think more than
He could
No, 3
play
years.
sick,
Is it?
yeah. He could play sick for 85 minutes, but I guarantee you, in every game, he will make a
One
mistake.
big mistake.
But he didn't make a mistake that game.
Brother, it's too late though, isn't it, for the fans?
But you
It's
see-
too
so
late.
This is what I don't get. So many football fans contradict themselves because they go, "I don't care as long as they put all their effort into it." And you're explaining
No,
to me
effort's
someone
not
like, no, but majority of football fans say that they say, "If look, you can't help not being good enough, but if you put 100% in, that's all I want." Yeah, 2 for. But
He's accepted
when
that.
there's people that sit around me and put
But
talk
you,
like that.
you
let's
can
be
tell
honest.
he cares by the
Yeah,
way he reacted when he
cares.
came
course.
off.
Was
Because
it
He's probably
Lucas
crying-
Torreira
he's probably
crying or
crying
something?
in the change room.
Yeah, they said
Who-
Lucas
who
Torreira
said
was
that?
crying.
You know he's probably
Newspapers.
happy that the goal got disallowed.
Yeah,
Smiling
he's
at
there
him.
like-
Who cried? Who cried?
Torreira.
Why?
Aboué cried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aboué got
Yeah,
abused.
off.
He got
That
Yeah.
abused.
was one of the most upsetting things I've ever. Why is Posty calling me? Well, that's one of the
He's
most.
under pressure. Look, Posty from
Oh,
Grand
sorry.
Daly's calling him.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wait,
He's got to take the
like,
ball.
This is
like
me.
when Giggs
That was me
doesn't
2
call
weeks
your
ago.
ass falls out. Yeah, yeah. Don't try it, mate.
Hey, let Giggs call him now. Let's see what happens. Anyway, he keeps checking it.
Why is he calling me? I don't know.
You better answer that. You better answer that, Sway.
You got to answer it.
my God.
If you answer it, we're 1-1 for today.
Go on, answer it.
Go on. Anyway,
You haven't seen Jack's little eyes
He
right
looks
now.
concerned.
right.
He's shaking.
Anyway, while he's doing that, yeah. On a serious note, when we talk about Xhaka, yeah, he's not good enough. He shouldn't be captain. But one thing I would say is, surely you got to put blame. Surely you got. No, on a serious note.
He said, "Call me Asa." That's
Surely you got to put blame, yeah, on the fact that Emery made him captain. Because look,
All right.
if
No,
I'm the one,
they voted. They voted.
No, but he made
But
the decision.
Unai's the manager.
He's the manager.
yeah, it's his
Because all
call,
that
ultimately,
all
but
that
they
voting
voted.
thing is stupid, really, because you're voting.
No, you got to understand. It's, come on.
But they got
they're
no
being
other
diplomatic.
No, do you know why the voting is
No,
dumb?
we've got a better
Do-
option.
Well, who?
Who's your captain?
Bellerin.
Who's your captain?
John Terry.
Who is your captain? Who is your
Who's your
captain?
captain?
Aspie.
Aspen
Aspilicueta.
Come on, bruh.
6 out of 10 guy every week.
Yeah.
He plays sixes every
I want him
game.
out of the team. So.
We've got captains. Like,
Like who?
issue to either Uber, he should take a risk with Willock. Like, you know, like Adams was captain at 19.
Bro.
You say that, but Adams was captain at 19. Give him
David
a go.
Luiz, I think. Because he's got experience.
you having a
No,
laugh?
even David
But
Luiz.
he's actually got
You know what?
experience. He's
You know what?
captain,
David Luiz speaks a great game, but he can't play football, bro. You know what he's like.
You know when he's
He's a
captain though,
liability.
he sometimes
But he's a
performs. He pulls
liability.
out the
You
back.
know he's a liability. You see what I was saying about Xhaka? That's what Luiz is. He's gonna make a mistake in the game.
Yeah,
Now
of
Arsenal
course.
got two of them on the pitch at the same time.
Bro, he's just come to the
Jesus.
club as
He's
well.
gonna
You
make
can't-
mistakes
Yeah,
regardless.
one of the reasons why Xhaka was captain is because he's gonna play every game. Well, up till
Give
now.
it to
obviously.
Uber, man.
And no, but he's been here for a long period of
Look
time.
at Pierre.
Auba's
I don't
not been
care.
there as long.
I don't
And
care.
let me tell you another thing.
He leads by example.
Let me tell you another thing. He leads by example by being the best, like Henri.
And
But he's not a leader.
No.
He's
no,
not a
no.
leader.
Whoa.
He's not a leader.
He's
Nah,
also
What-
attitude in the change room.
Well, he's a leader because he posts Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Nah, he's too jokey to be like.
Too
a captain,
jokey.
man.
He's not
Nah,
serious.
not
Nah.
serious.
Bro, look. This is the thing about this is the whole thing about the Xhaka argument. People forget up to the point when he got taken off. Apparently, because I've only seen the highlights, but apparently, based on what I've heard from Arsenal fans, players like Aubameyang and Lacazette wasn't playing good as well. No one gets on their
no
back.
one was.
When they played badly, all of these big players, and Arsenal's had a problem like this for a long time.
A very long
When
time.
Henri doesn't play good, like you're clapping like Sills all the time. He can never do any wrong because he's good.
His credit's
Because
high.
he's good.
His credit's high, bro.
Okay,
High.
so what you're saying is
Super high credit.
Okay, but that's not fair.
Like that Wenger has super high credit.
That's not fair then, because
It
that
is
means
fair.
you're booing players just because of their ability.
No, but what did I say to you about Xhaka?
I
He
think
played
they've been
good for
waiting.
80
They've been
minutes.
waiting for this for weeks and weeks to
Fine,
get
this is
Xhaka.
years.
though.
This has been brewing for years. The
Yeah,
same way
yeah,
we
they
got
have.
Mustafi kicked out, basically. The same way we want to do the same with Xhaka. But I'm telling you
That's
now,
toxic. It's toxic.
Well, it is. That's been an Arsenal way for 15 years. Since we haven't been winning titles, that's been the
No,
way.
but to be
That's
fair-
why you're-
and you know what's
that's
contributed
why
to
a
that?
lot of your fan
Can I
base
say
are
what's contributed to that? A lot of it has got social media. There's a lot to do with that.
Don't say Arsenal fan TV,
I didn't want to say it, but you've said it.
but it's not. They've actually helped your situation. If
No,
anything.
haven't you, prat?
So,
They have-
so
they
do
have-
you,
they
do
have.
you not feel
What about
sorry
giving
for
us
him?
Unai Emery?
No,
Because that's their
They
signing.
didn't give you no.
That's their signing.
It's not their
They
signing.
got rid
Yes,
of.
it is.
They got rid of a manager that actually hindered you
No, he didn't hinder us.
because you
No, he
weren't
didn't
winning
hinder
a
us.
you weren't winning a
So,
title with him.
sorry, say what? Wasn't winning what though? What was you gonna say?
The trophy. The trophy.
Because
the
we won
trophy.
trophies.
Huh?
We won trophies.
Yeah, you won trophies.
We won
FA
trophies.
Cups.
3 or 4 years.
Oh my days.
3 or 4 years.
You beat Hull in the final.
I don't care who we beat Chelsea. The
Hull-
champions.
Hull, you
We also beat the champions, Chelsea.
Okay. Okay.
Do you not think that Xhaka could ever get back after what happened?
What, into-
Do you think he's
But
going
not
to play
as captain,
again?
though. Not as captain.
Let
no
me
way.
tell you something.
You can't strip
Strip him.
a captain.
Yes, you
halfway
can
through the
strip
season.
him.
No,
Yes,
you
you
can't. You
What-
can't.
What planet are you man from?
No, you
Do you
can't.
know, yeah, but do you know how mad that?
No, it
That's-
doesn't look mad.
that-
Yeah, in
that
your
embarrassing
world,
that
in your world. But if you're gonna crack on, man is man in it. You take that captaincy off him, you give it to someone else and say, you know
but
what?
how's that
You
gonna
effed
affect the
up,
dressing room?
You effed up my guy, but you can still make the team.
Xhaka won't
soon
want to
come.
play after that.
Yes, he will.
No,
Alright,
do you know?
alright,
yes, he
All right, let
will.
me- let me- let me-
He
He's a big
didn't
boy.
throw the shirt. That's the.
Let me
key
ask
thing.
you.
If he threw that, it
Let
would have
me
been
ask
game
you.
over.
shirt.
Sure.
Let me ask you something. Yeah. The truth is, Xhaka. Everyone gets upset. Yeah. He's not telling the fans to f off. People keep saying, "Oh,
No,
tell the
but
fans to
I
f
think-
off."
I think
no,
he did.
no. What he done?
I think.
I know. No. Wait.
No,
Let
no,
me finish.
no. I think he did.
Let me finish.
I think you'll
I-
find
no,
he did.
Let me finish. What I'm trying to say is, he told the fans that was booing him
Oh,
to f off.
shut
No,
up.
but he's not saying because you know what
It's
it
true
comes.
though,
You
that's
know what it
true.
comes. You know what it comes out as the press. Oh, he's told the Arsenal fans to f off. No, he didn't. He told the ones that were booing him, and he cupped his ears at the ones that were booing
But
him.
why is he cupping
What's
his
wrong with
ears
that?
at-
But
Hey,
What's wrong with
you
that?
know,
Because
you're
you're booing at
It's
me.
because he was strolling off though. Like he was just
No,
going
but he
so
was,
slow.
no. They
There's no
started booing him
urgency to
before
come
that.
off.
They started booing him before
Yeah,
that.
I only seen but from what
They booed him because I watched that part.
if they were
No,
booing
no,
him
no,
all
no,
game
no,
and stuff
no,
like
they
that, and
didn't boo
groaning
him.
each
They
time he gave the ball
ironically
away.
cheered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ironically
they did.
cheered him, which is just as bad.
Which is
Yeah.
that's the worst.
That's the worst.
It's one of the worst things. You can
And
do.
I'll be honest, Arsenal have a problem.
But you're a
of,
professional. I'm sorry. You have to get off that pitch and not react. You're captain as well. You shouldn't react.
So what should you do if you get booed?
Listen,
Nah, he
listen.
should have reacted like that as captain. He should
yeah,
not
he
done
should
that.
never do
Done
that. But it doesn't mean that the people that booed him will ironically cheered him are excused. Everyone's in the wrong.
Have you ever ironically cheered at Fulham?
No, never. And I would never
Let's
do
go,
that.
when I got to cheer about then, like,
Nah,
nothing,
don't
no
matter.
ironic stuff.
don't
No,
matter.
bro, we've had a lot of relegation seasons.
No, I'm
where
talking
it's
about
been peak.
is there players that have played
That's exciting,
awful,
no?
they're coming off, and you must be
Me,
like, yeah,
not
get
me
off.
personally, but I've heard people do it around me, and I've always been vocal saying, "Why are you doing that?"
What,
doesn't
you,
help
you
the
just
situation.
think back your club regardless.
Yeah, not back your club regardless, but when you're in the stadium, you shouldn't be booing, you shouldn't be ironically cheering any player individually. You could boo the team when
know-
they come.
you know- you know-
Listen,
you know-
let me finish. You could boo the team coming off at full time, or if you've been battered 5-6-1 or something like that. Say for example, Southampton have got battered 9-0. You could boo that. But if you're booing,
Move on to that
if you're singling out one player and individually booing them, I think it's not nice. It doesn't
Okay,
help the situation.
but I
Whereas
feel-
as a team collectively, if you get booed, you're like, look, this is what's going on. We as a team need to change
But
it.
do you think-
Whereas if one individual's being subjected to that, then it's a completely different story.
But do you guys think this is a problem amongst the whole Arsenal fan base in a sense that obviously not just Abue, but like we have this joke and
Told
we
you,
have
it's
this
been
joke we have
after
we have this joke and laugh a lot of times. But on a serious note, I've never seen. I know this is a slightly different topic, but I've never seen Arsenal. I've never seen any other fan base get so angry when players move on as well. It seems like you've got a constant
He's dumb.
error. No, it seems like you've got a constant issue
Football figure.
with players who don't conform to
Let
how
me
you
tell
want.
you something,
I'm saying-
Akeem.
no, I'm just saying.
When players have left us, it's because it's always done in a skullduggery way.
That's
There's
convenient.
No,
Okay.
8 times out of 10, there's some sort of dirt that's happened. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? I.e., RVP. Dirt. Cesc Fabregas. Dirt.
Yeah, but-
Trash Nicole. Dirt.
All went on to go and win big trophies.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Which is the right for
Nah.
their career. You
No,
should
no,
clap-
no, no, no,
You
no,
should
no,
clap
no.
and applaud them.
Every
No, no,
single
no,
one
no,
of them
no.
went on to win
Exactly.
Champions League.
But at the same, they
Not apart
could
from
have won those
RVP.
things at Arsenal if they all stayed.
All right, listen. I know it's late. I know your mind's a bit all over the shop. Don't chat rubbish.
They didn't win anything at Arsenal.
saying.
That's why they
You could've
left.
win- Geezer, you
I'm
could have
saying
win a League Cup.
If they stayed,
Oh.
we could have.
And I'll be honest, Xhaka's probably sitting there thinking,
Listen,
do you know what?
If
do, you-
Vinana Bull should be me
do
uncle.
you know, do you know what I'm
That'll
saying?
just
Do you
it.
know what I'm saying? Xhaka is probably standing there thinking, I've given 3 years of my career to Arsenal. This is the reason why I
Don't
brought
say
it
that,
up. I've given 3 years of my career to Arsenal. You guys are booing me. The team isn't even good anyway. Yeah? It's not like I'm the only dead player in the team. That's probably what he's thinking.
No, but what
It's
I
not
said to
like-
you, what I said to you earlier, he
So
makes
what, you're
mistakes,
captain
though,
though?
Akeem. He makes
What?
mistakes.
You're captain.
No, but
Akeem,
I'm not saying he
Akeem.
should be cupping his ears, but
Yeah.
I'm saying he
Oh,
shouldn't
yeah,
get
this
booed.
down. He's
Forget all that crap. It's the mistakes that he makes during the game that
Bro,
is
he
worrying.
didn't make any mistakes in
Bruh,
that game.
no, but what I say to you before that, forget that game. Forget that. Don't isolate that game. Think overall. Yeah, he makes a mistake nearly every game. Like I said to you, he could be 8 out of 10 all game. 85, 86, 87 minutes have gone by. Geezer, 88. This guy will make a mistake.
He might score a screamer though, man.
Exactly.
He's got that in his locker.
But he's got that in
That's
his
one of
locker.
his main things.
He's a good player. He's a good player. He's got good distribution, left, right, forward, backwards. He can hold the ball up as well. But like I said to you,
Well done, he got
because-
all the directions there. Well done.
yeah,
Left, right, up, down.
Up there.
he's got it all sorted. He's got it all in his locker, all the range. Yeah, but the only thing is again
Such a
because
man.
he's in the middle, so he's gonna get the ball an awful lot.
All right, let me ask you guys a
Distribution
question. Let me
all
ask you
goes
guys
through
a question. If now in Arsenal's next game, which is realistically forget the Carabao Cup, even though we're going to talk about it in a
Forget
minute.
Liverpool.
They're
No,
gonna
but
get back to
I'm
Liverpool.
saying forget the Carabao Cup because they're probably going to. Emery's
We'll
probably
beat
going to play
Liverpool
second
because
team.
our second team's better than their second team. You don't forget that.
Right, rubbish.
Liverpool ain't got no
we'll
second
we'll
team.
come on to Carabao in a second, but let me
Guys,
ask.
sorry, let me just clarify.
got no
Let me
squad.
round this up. Chris said if they'd have stayed, they'd have won the Champions League, and he said that Arsenal's second team is better than Liverpool's second team.
Rubbish.
All right, cool.
And
Let's
this is
move on.
Jack who also said that Fulham will finish 4 places
And I was
below
wrong.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Six,
Last
I said
season.
six. I said
6 places below Arsenal. Now they're in Division 2. What are we saying?
It's actually Championship.
What are we saying?
It's not 1985 anymore.
And he's giving out.
Yeah.
He's giving out his punditry on this
Right.
show. But
You know what the maddest thing
we
is?
know who the
do you know
football
the maddest thing
Fico
is?
kids.
Chris still uses teletext and it doesn't work anymore.
We know who the real
Tell
football
you
Fico is.
CFAX.
Yeah,
All right,
CFAX.
Let me ask the question. The question was, with that, if Emery, I don't know who you got on Saturday or Sunday.
Is it Leicester?
But Leicester, yeah, it's something like Leicester or
It's
something.
like-
Leicester or
Mate,
Burnley or
boy.
something, innit? But if he starts the game with Xhaka as captain, what is all of your thoughts?
He can't be.
If Emery does
Una
that,
out.
so you're saying if he does that, he needs to
I
go.
don't even know if he'll play. I
No,
don't think
but he
he'll
could
play.
realistically play and be captain because you got to think of it in
Wait, who they play?
you got to think of it in two different
We
ways.
got Wolves. It's Liverpool next, then Wolves.
You got to think of it in two different ways. Is it if you give him the captain's armband, it's kind of like show why you're the captain, go out and show why you're
no,
captain,
no,
or
no,
do you
no.
think he should be stripped
No, he should be
completely
stripped. He should be
and he will never be captain again?
Stripped.
Has he said anything since? Has he came out and apologised?
No, he
for
won't.
anything?
He won't
Nah,
come
it's
out.
cruel.
If he done something like that, then maybe he could redeem himself and then go straight back into the team. But
I think
if
he
he
should
doesn't
apologise
and
for
he
his
just
reaction.
stays quiet, then I
He
don't
should.
know.
He should.
But-
You remember T's a Chelsea fan, yeah? So that club has done a lot of.
But let me
They haven't done anything, man.
let me just say something on that, and it's a good segue, yeah, to this because you're
right,
you're saying because you're saying that, Tyler, yeah. But the truth is, when Kepa done that about 18 months ago, 9 months ago, I couldn't believe it 5 or 6 days ago. 5 or 6 days after Kepa was back in.
Yeah, he's
No,
back.
Kepa was back in the team. No. Let's just deep what Kepa done.
Yeah, no, it
no
was
wait.
mad.
What Kepa done was worse than
but he's
what
not
Xhaka
captain,
done.
though. He's
not
Can we just be
100%.
clear,
Yeah, but he's not captain.
bro? Man done. No. You're not. I'm not coming off. Man turned away and done no. And not just that.
That was mad,
not just
yeah.
that. He made Sarri go down into the dressing
Yeah, he
room.
almost quit there and then.
Bro, man probably.
I would have quit.
Bro, man probably smoked about 10 fags, yeah. Like,
He was there with Chris smoking a bit of spice.
and I couldn't believe it. And Kepa played every game up to then. He's still number 1.
He was so angry.
Yeah, that was mad.
He was
So are we
angry.
going to be shocked if Xhaka is still?
Hey, do you miss Sarri?
No.
Wasn't he funny though?
Yeah.
The
Like,
football was good, nah?
nah, not really.
No, that's
what
Chelsea fans
We'll,
say.
we'll move
Boring.
on to it in a second. But
Boring.
Sarri laid the groundwork for Lampard. Without him.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Jorginho for sure. Now everyone rates Jorginho.
How though? How? He's the same player though.
Let's get on to Chelsea. Let's
We're on Chelsea.
But anyway,
now.
no. I just want
It's just
to.
because Lampard and the
Hold on,
youngers.
But
hold
ain't
on,
the same
hold on,
players
hold on.
last year.
Nah, the youngers are in.
Yeah, but ain't Jorginho's the
young
same
guys.
player though.
Pardon?
Jorginho's the same player though.
He's not the same.
Yeah,
player.
but he's.
Better.
What's
yeah.
changed?
I
What's
don't know.
changed?
He's got
Really,
another
for real?
season. He's got a full season under
But
his
what's
belt.
really changed?
He's up to the pace of the
Do you know,
league.
it's like Top Boy.
Nothing's
It's like
changed.
Top Boy.
Nothing's changed.
The youngers have come through now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
It's
they're
Top
saying.
Boy geezer.
But nothing's
Yeah?
really happened. Jorginho's the same Jorginho from last year. It's just that there's a different manager. 'Cause
Where's
Fat
the
Frank.
food?
Everyone loves Fat Frank, so it's like, okay, yeah, Frank Lampard. Wow.
All right, we're gonna move on to Chelsea in a second. But
No, we're on Chelsea.
I-
Let's go
now,
Chelsea.
let's-
I just want to say one final sentence on Arsenal. We move on. Is
It's better
wait,
than
hold on. Will Arsenal finish top 4? Just yes or no? Yes or no?
Hell no.
No. Yeah. No.
Yes.
And you think no?
No chance.
Cool. So
We
let
have to.
us know.
Yeah,
if
it
you
doesn't
think-
mean he will.
Let us know if you think Arsenal's going to finish top 4. And I'll be honest, look, on that Arsenal Fan TV point, one of the, I think probably the best interview out of all of them for me was when Lee
Lee
Gunner,
on the
and
nail
he
on
made
the
a
head.
good point. He made a good point. You either get rid of Emery now and probably waste like £3 or £4 million in compensation and then get top 4 because you'll get a better manager, or you ride it out and you probably finish in a Europa League.
But there's no
spot.
guarantee that someone's going to come in and change.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, but
Who they
your
gonna get as
team,
well?
Arsenal's team should be
Who comes
fit.
in?
Allegri
What?
maybe.
What? No,
You're gonna
Allegri,
come in-
Allegri's football is not what we want.
It doesn't matter about what you want.
You should have got Brendan Rodgers.
Even,
I can I just
you know what? We
Should've
blood,
got
you know
Rodgers,
what?
man.
We bloody should have got
Can
Brendan.
I
yeah? We should
can I
have.
just say something?
Mr.
Crazy.
Coastal.
Can I say something? Arsenal haven't.
Yeah, why you got that all the
Bro,
time? That's
you
mad.
see
I
his,
always
did you see
see
his
it.
interview after the Savannah
It's like
game?
he's always
his,
Has he
head,
still got
his
it?
head was
Yeah,
tilted
he's had a
down.
fresh one.
No, he literally, his head was tilted down during the interview
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he didn't want to show the coastal.
He's got a fresh one every week.
Stress. That means he's stressed every week. He's
I wonder what he's doing to his missus,
I knew he was
mate.
gonna say that. I knew it. I was trying to move on before he said it. I knew it. I knew it.
They gotta get
But-
that herpes.
Or maybe it's that. I was gonna use that tongue line, but we'll leave it.
With Jermaine.
But
He
anyway.
went down to Jermaine.
But anyway.
Where is Shemaine? Is he in LA getting his
Yeah,
tongue pierced?
tattoo
Tongue
convention.
piercing.
Tattoo and piercing convention.
In LA. My friend's
Oh, my
tongue
Mate,
piercing convention.
apparently, mate, you literally, you couldn't tell off his Instagram that he's in LA, posting every 2 seconds. Yeah, just at the Nipsey Hussle Memorial.
Oh, yeah,
just,
bro,
at
yeah.
just downtown LA. Oh yeah, look at my. No one cares.
My favorite,
Get back to
my
London.
favorite picture of it is when he put his one foot up.
Yeah, one foot on the thing on the wall.
The pose.
Do you know how long it must have taken it to lift his leg up to that level? He's like, oh, I'm too old for this.
When big people attack each other, I love it.
But anyway,
Hey, I'm mobile for a big guy, mate.
but anyway, we'll move on from Arsenal. All the best to them on their future travels.
Can we go back to Chelsea?
Right, on to Chelsea. Sorry. So obviously Chelsea.
Big
now,
Frank.
Big Frank. I'll be honest though, I was shocked at what Frank done
He
so
ain't
far
done
this
nothing
season.
yet. Relax,
Nah,
bruv.
he had a really
Relax.
mature win against Ajax. That was a great win.
Big
Yeah,
result.
sick
Yeah.
win.
That's a big
Even though Ajax could have easily won the game.
They
yeah?
could have settled for 0-0 as well. Away
Yeah,
from home
they
would have been
went
a
for it.
result.
Yeah, but do you feel like it's a little bit premature that people are getting a little bit too excited about?
Well,
About
yeah,
him.
yeah. We've learnt from Solskjaer not to get too
Yeah.
too excited about the manager too quick.
Frankie's at the wheel.
Yeah.
Innit?
But the way it's going, I think
Do you feel
because
like
he's an ex-player and
But-
like he's so like well regarded in the club.
There's
let
levels,
me-
There's
let me-
levels in it.
but-
Solskjaer was a
Sol-
sub.
but let me
yeah,
say
yeah.
that legendary status is nonsense. Doesn't mean anything though, does it?
No,
It bides time though.
It buys time, but
Yeah.
the truth is, if you lose 10 games in a row, he's sacked.
but no, but
Yeah, let's just get real.
That's
As
just
I said,
manage. That's
as
just
I said on
management
the
in
previous
general.
episode before, the difference between Solskjaer and Lampard, firstly, is that one was a super sub, the other one was a big driving force for Chelsea for
He won the
decades.
Record
treble. He
holder.
won the treble,
Yeah.
geezer.
Yeah, huh?
Solskjaer won the
He
Champions
was a sub player. Anyway,
Jack doesn't know about that.
what do you mean?
I don't think he was.
This guy, okay, off air. This guy said he didn't know who Pulisic was last season. Let's move on.
I didn't.
Oh no!
He didn't know who
What do you
Pulisic
mean?
was.
didn't.
He's like, geez, I didn't know who he was. I was having a look, bro. How could you not know who he
I
is?
didn't. He wasn't on my
And you're
radar.
telling me I don't know anything.
He
Sit.
wasn't on my radar.
He
I know
didn't
you're.
really-
Do you know what? Stand up and then sit back down.
He didn't really play that much.
He did,
like,
didn't he?
like he played England
I'm
like,
surprised you
recently.
didn't know who he
Wembley.
was.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah,
Go
alright,
back.
cool.
Sorry, go back to my
Oh,
point.
thank you, T.
Go back to my point.
Jack's just always moving goalposts.
Listen. Go back to my point. With Lampard, there's a lot of young players in that squad that grew up probably idolising someone like Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, Tamori.
They were there when he was still playing.
Yeah, he was. They were there in the academy, seeing
saw
him
it,
do madness, like a madness.
Saw him training,
Yeah,
everything.
being one of the best midfielders in the world at the time.
Yeah.
So for them, they're willing to play for somebody like that because they have an emotional attachment to somebody
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
cool.
But do you not feel that there's something about Lampard? It seems like he's just winging it a little bit.
I don't think he's winging it.
Like I feel like every game he's just
learned
taking.
it.
No,
it.
do you-
He
He's
doesn't-
happy
like-
to be
no,
there,
no,
isn't he? He's
which,
just happy.
Yeah,
which
cool.
by the way is absolutely fine.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no.
cussing it. I'm
Listen,
just
there's a
saying.
difference between winging it and being new to a job and learning very quickly on
Yeah.
a job. So it might seem like he's winging it. Listen, everyone knows I'm not the hugest Chelsea fan in the world. But
Well, he
Sounds
did
like
take
it
it
right
over
now,
the
innit?
station.
No,
Sounds like it right now.
no. But listen. With Lampard, I got a lot of respect for him.
Waxing
because-
lyrical about Frank, you know.
No, for real. Because listen, you got to call a spade a spade. You got to be honest. And for me, Lampard has been in management for what, just over a year, pretty much.
Year and a half, yeah.
And he's now managed to come into
Do you
Chelsea.
think he's one of the best coaches in the world?
No. Let's not get ahead of
alright,
ourselves.
cool.
Because the reason why he's doing worse because of the environment he's in. So if you chucked him in a Barcelona, it's a different story. He's at Chelsea. He knows the club. He knows how the things, how it works day in day out. He knows the staff. He knows the ethos of the club. So that's why I feel like everything's working in his favour. And that's not to say that he's not a good coach, but for me, and again, I don't think he's winging it either. Because for me, I feel like he's learning very quickly how to
By the
adapt
way,
to
when I
become
mean
a big manager. in this
when
league.
I mean winging it, by the way, I don't mean he's just like luckily winning. I mean like more of an aspect that he doesn't have a long-term philosophy of play. He obviously
He's
in
just
it,
started, I think.
like no, I know he just started.
He's gotta
but
find that
It
philosophy.
feels
exactly,
like
he's gotta find
I
his
get
team.
that exactly, which is why
But
at the moment he's
that's
winging
like with
it.
most
Yeah,
managers,
he's
though.
No, but what I'm trying to say
That's like
is
with a lot of managers, though.
it
Because
is
they
like
need to.
that.
They need to.
No, but
play out a team.
some managers try to
No, managers,
implement
big
their strategy
brand
straight
managers know their
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
They implement that
They
straight
do,
away.
but then they have to adapt it to the current club.
No,
of
no,
players
not if
they've
you're a
got.
bad boy.
Bear in mind as well, Lampard hasn't been able to change the squad.
And do you know what I mean
That's
by
helped him. That's helped him.
Yeah, but Jacques,
No, I genuinely think.
what
it's
I
up
mean
to
by
him.
that is when he comes out of the games like Ajax,
But that's because the
like
pressure's off as well.
sometimes when you hear him post match, he seems like he's surprised he won. Like
No,
sometimes
he's just happy to be there
No,
because he's
he's
actually.
happy.
No,
he- he's-
You
no,
can't
no,
really,
but
you
I'm
can't
just
really
saying-
comment on things like that when your manager says the things he says.
Oh,
so
mate,
you need to just
I hope we beat
I
Norwich.
know. Don't get me
I hope
wrong.
we beat
Innit?
Norwich.
I think
You
you need
can't
to
say that.
kinda-
Man United.
But I'm not cussing Lampard.
Super,
I'm just saying it.
Su-
that's
That's
super sub mentality.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I hope we can
he
win.
does have a bit of a philosophy because he's playing the same way as what he played at Derby, like the same kind of attacking.
But do you know your strongest 11?
Me personally?
No, I mean not you personally. Do you
Well,
think
yeah.
Chelsea?
I don't
do you
think they
think
do, no,
Chelsea
but you
know
know-
their strongest 11? Because they don't, do they?
No,
That's what I
because
mean
there's
by winging.
options. There's options.
also,
That's the
Yeah,
good
another-
thing.
You don't know your strongest 11. Arsenal don't know their strongest
No,
11.
we know our strongest.
No,
we know our
but
strongest
do you know
11.
why?
No,
No, but
but
But we
listen,
just don't
do
play.
you know why Chelsea don't know theirs? Because they've had a lot of players come back from injury
Yeah.
recently. So for them, they're still bedding the team, trying to see who works where.
Yeah.
And I think again, as Tyler said, there's loads of options there for them. So you got Hudson-Odoi, you got Willian, you got Pedro, you got
Pulisic.
you
I
got
think the
Pulisic, you got
the
Mount.
attacking wise,
midfield as well. You got
that's where he doesn't know. I think midfield he knows.
up
and,
front,
defensive
Tammy
knows.
Abraham up top by himself.
Yeah.
Rudiger when he comes
Rudiger.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And he got Loftus-Cheek coming back.
yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm
still a
not
while
too-
though, isn't he?
Well, you're not excited about him?
not really. No,
Nah,
Why?
you're taking the
Why
no,
mick.
like it's decent, but
Just that.
Mate, he'll
just
walk
decent.
into your starting 11.
No, it wouldn't.
What?
ahead of who?
I don't know right now. I don't know if
Ahead
he
of
would.
Kovacic
I
or
don't know if
something
he
like
would,
that?
bro.
Nah.
Because remember, Kovacic and Jorginho are doing really well.
Yeah, at the moment.
and
they
Kante
are.
still needs to come back from injury.
At the moment, they are. But
See,
Kovacic.
you see people just say things.
No,
for
no,
the
no,
sake
no,
of
no,
saying
no,
things.
no, no. Listen, listen.
Okay,
No, no,
In
hold on,
what
hold on.
capacity, bruh?
Loftus-Cheek. No, because this is what
He
happened.
walk into United.
And do you know what I realised?
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he
yeah.
meant.
Do you know what I realised?
Answer the damn question,
I am
bruh.
walking
answering
Arsenal's
it. I am
team as
answering
well.
the question. Chris, when
Deflection.
let me
There we
answer
go.
the
He's meant to say
question.
my
Let
name.
me answer the
Deflection.
question. Let me ask a question. When players get injured, Chris completely forgets about them. Just like Oxlade-Chamberlain when he got found out to be a football ficko when Oxlade-Chamberlain battered the last 3 goals in the last 2 games.
One
And
game.
you were calling, Oxlade-Chamberlain is no good, blah,
stand
blah,
by
blah.
that. I
Because
stand
you
by that.
forgot
I
about
stand
him.
by that. No, how
'cause
the
he's
fuck
a-
not?
and what I'm saying is Loftus-Cheek, let's not forget how good he was before he got injured. Yeah, so
We're not
let's
debating
not say.
that. No one's
But that was
debating
a
So
that.
different
he's
Chelsea.
better than
T.
I tell you
T.
players he'll get. in
Let's
front
ask
of.
a Chelsea fan who watches Chelsea closely. T.
Just remember how good he was before he
T.
got injured. That's what I'm saying.
You can't. He'll be on the bench. You won't
Why?
start.
Yeah, at the moment on form.
Why?
Of course he will.
Why though?
Of course.
He just said he'd walk into that
No,
team.
on form. On form, of course. Because
you just said
he's
he'd walk
coming
into
back
that team.
No, you're not listening to me.
Yeah,
On
but,
form,
what is that? What's the parameter?
because what I'm saying is, if you have the strongest 11,
His
He
head's
knows
still in
he's
Parliament.
wrong.
His
He
head's
knows
still in
he's wrong.
Parliament. It's still
He
in
knows
Parliament.
he's
So
wrong.
dumb.
Oh yeah, he just come back from Parliament. Giving all
Politics.
these random
They're
statements.
politics, isn't it?
Yeah, just not answering the question properly. Yeah,
General election.
the peanut election.
they weren't
moved for the
talking about
peanut.
that.
Peanut
They weren't-
election.
They weren't talking
What
about
are they talking about? Can you say? Can we talk?
that.
Is
Just
it
Jeremy Corbyn was just talking, innit?
about what? Brexit being moved to what? 3 months time.
Brexit.
He's,
Brexit
he's,
and
gonna, he's
business.
introducing.
What's that doing for business?
He's
Yeah, that's
introducing
it. They
a
were
peanut
talking-
tax.
He was talking about some stuff that couldn't be recorded and stuff. Innit?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But either way, yeah.
Illuminati people.
Yeah,
I thought they'll give me a pass. I thought they'll give me a pass for my lateness, man.
Listen, yeah, your Illuminati pass don't work here, mate. You and Joel. You and Joel. Oh, you see
Anyway.
how angry Joel got that
I know.
episode? He got angry. That's
I know.
a sign of a guilty man.
I know. Someone tweeted that,
Yeah, I
innit?
saw
They,
that.
they,
Yeah.
they sacrifice something in it.
Yeah, I better not be me, mate. I'm only 20. I'm not
Anyway,
gonna age.
big up Chelsea. They're doing a good job, and I actually hope. I wish Chelsea had a few, like 3 or 4 more great players, because then they could have challenged for league and beat Liverpool and Man City. But unfortunately, your team wouldn't be good enough. But I wish they was, to be honest.
Chelsea
But
getting top 4 this year.
moving on
Let's put that-
moving on to the other team that should finish top 4, Leicester.
Mate.
Right now, I hear about a lot of Arsenal fans saying that they still think Arsenal are better than Leicester.
Oh, we
but
are.
but
you're
either
not.
way, they
You're
are.
not.
We are.
They're better side.
you're
than
not.
you.
No, they're not better side.
They are.
Your,
They've got better
their
players. They've got
midfield
better
is
players than you.
their
No, they
midfield's
haven't.
better
No,
than
they
yours.
haven't. No, they haven't.
Maybe not strikers.
Now Vardy over Lacazette.
No,
Their
no,
team
Aubameyang,
is-
Aubameyang.
Yeah,
team-
Aubameyang, of course.
Their
Yeah, of
team
course,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
better than ours.
It is.
They are.
The team is sick.
Their team is sick.
Whoa,
Break
the
down
team's
each
not even
player.
sick.
Tillemans or Ceballos?
The team's
So
not even
Tillemans
sick.
or
Whoa, whoa,
Ceballos?
the team's not
Ndidi
even
as
sick.
well.
Xhaka
Ndidi.
and Xhaka
Oh.
and
Whoa,
Ndidi.
whoa, whoa. Don't, let's not get overexcited now, you football thickos.
Go on.
Every
The
single one of
manager-
them players walk into your squad.
That's what I
Every
think.
single one.
Jack, you support Fulham.
Why does he keep?
Why is he-
Please.
Says the guy I didn't know who Pulisic was.
I
last
don't
year.
care.
So what's
I don't care. You didn't know who Uber was until you come to Arsenal,
Who?
bruh.
Uber Eats.
what? Aubameyang when he's at Dortmund. Of
You
course
watch,
I did.
you watch,
play for the
you watch
same team.
Division 1
Yeah,
football,
he was at
bruh.
Dortmund as well, bruv.
Yeah, but that was not when he's gone by
at the
then.
same time.
he was watching.
Huh?
Anyway, can we just get to the point? Apart from Aubameyang, I don't think any other player will get into Leicester's team.
So you
That
don't think
you've
Lacazette
got.
gets into Leicester's
Who?
team?
No, no, no.
Lacazette.
No, I said
no,
Vardy or Lacazette. Don't tell me that
Lacazette.
Lacazette.
No.
Are you dumb?
Aubameyang over.
I know
Vardy.
we've said
But
that.
he
I'm saying-
he picks wisely though.
No, but
See
you're
what
the
I'm
one
saying?
who
Yeah.
said Lacazette. You don't know. You're the
No,
one
no,
who said
no.
it.
Özil will get into their Fortnite.
Like he's
squad.
insane.
Huh?
He gets into
Jack,
their-
Jack.
Özil will get into their Fortnite squad.
He's the kind of guy that would say, for goalkeeper, who do you think? Schmeichel or Lucas Torreira? Well, come on, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know why that's funny? Because it's true.
Okay, Schmeichel or Leno?
Schmeichel.
Okay, so what are you talking?
Next.
All right, okay,
Next.
right back. So Pereira or
Hector.
Well, who doesn't play? Who hasn't played for 2 years?
Hector.
He's doing up Fashion Week.
you know,
Hector.
He's doing up Fashion Week.
Hector.
Yeah. Okay,
Have you
cool.
seen their new suits? Arsenal's new suits.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
What do you think?
They're all right.
Ah, you see, fashion
Right,
thing.
you got a
Right.
fashion-
Again, and pointless metrics that doesn't give you
Versus
success.
pointless
listen,
metrics.
okay.
Pointless
Pointless
metrics.
So Pereira.
Do you know what they're called? They're called vanity metrics.
Says Manchester United. Do
you know what they are?
Do the adverts.
Do you know what they are?
Do the adverts with Pogba and Stormzy and bloody pianos.
that's
in
different,
there.
that's different, that's-
And he's going to tell me about metrics and
that
pins.
that for,
Get out of here,
that for the
bro.
young ones is called trendy.
Listen, Pereira over Bellerin for me right now.
Huh?
Right now, Pereira over.
You're dumb. Next.
Okay. So Soyuncu and
Right, you know the team, yeah?
yeah, and bro, I know
All the Division
football.
1 players, isn't it?
Division 1, they're third in the league above you,
All
mate.
Division 1
So they got Soyuncu and Evans at centre back.
That guy-
Evans, yeah? Shut your mouth.
Who have you got at centre back? David Luiz and
Socrates.
Socrates and Holden.
What? Better
Holding.
than him?
Holding's better
Better
than
than
both of them.
Evans.
Holden's better than
You know,
Evans.
okay, bear in mind, Leicester have the second or first of best defence in the league. at
Okay,
the moment.
next. It's a team game.
Okay, left back Chilwell straight away. He's
What,
getting
over
his-
Tierney?
What, over Tierney?
Yes, 100%.
Tierney ain't done enough yet.
Yeah, he's
You say
done
that?
enough.
He's
He's
hard,
hard.
Premier
He's
League.
hard, isn't it?
He was good at Celtic.
He's hard.
At Celtic, he was good.
Every game he's played
In the
so
Scottish
far,
League,
has he not
he's
been-
a good player.
Jack, okay, in the European
Chilwell's
League,
better
have you
than
seen him playing in the Europa League?
I think they're pretty equal.
You haven't,
Bro,
have you? No, he hasn't.
what do you mean?
that stutter and that pause was long enough.
No, I
for-
wasn't even
to say
thinking.
no.
Sorry, Thursdays.
I do see him play.
Thursdays are quite busy at GRM. Top tier Thursdays. Make sure you lock in this Thursday. Nah, but Chilwell, he's been
Is
linked
that
with
what
guys to Man
Posey done?
City.
Yeah, that's what
That's why Kobe still.
I remember he was
I-
shaking 5 minutes ago. Now look, he's,
No, I was wondering what's
he's
going
perked
on.
up again. Now, ain't it?
No, listen. So, personally, I think Chilwell edges Tierney at the moment. Tierney hasn't
Right,
shown
next.
enough.
Bro, Chilwell is,
Okay,
is
okay.
better. 100%.
Okay.
He's one of the
Ndidi-
best
Ndidi or
fullbacks in the
Xhaka?
world.
Xhaka.
Over Ndidi, you high.
Okay, indeed.
Nah.
Okay.
So wait, hold on. So far, how many players have we got of
Well,
Arsenal?
I think you've got 2 players that he's said that.
No,
would
no,
get-
forget that. We've already only got one.
No, we've got 2 now.
We've
So
got one.
forget that. Don't stop cheating now.
Okay. Let's
cool.
just carry on.
Ndidi, go on.
Okay, so we've got who else? We've got in
Torreira.
midfield? We've got Tielemans,
Or Torreira.
better than any of your
No,
centre mids.
not better than
Behind-
Torreira.
What?
Next.
Tillemans is better than anything you've
Next.
got. He'll walk into your team.
No, he won't. Next.
Okay.
Madison.
Over Ozil.
Ozil's not even.
No, but
playing.
Madison plays out. No, he plays out on the kind of.
Yeah, but we
Plays
didn't-
number
don't pay-
10-ish.
Yeah, but our number 10 would have been Ozil or Celebrate.
But he's not playing. He wasn't playing.
Who's the guy? Leicester's. What's his name again? The left-footed player, the young dude.
Ashley
Barnes.
Barnes.
Nah.
Yeah,
Leicester's
Barnes, they play Barnes,
his
Madison,
name-
Tillemans, and Iosi Perez across the middle. And then
Is his
Didi
name
behind him.
Barnes?
Perez plays on
That
the right.
geezer's
hand.
name.
Yeah,
It might be
Ashley
Barnes.
Barnes.
Yeah.
No, that's Burnley, isn't it?
No, there's 2
No,
Barnes.
no, not Ashley Barnes. So Harvey Barnes.
It's Harvey
Harvey
yeah,
Barnes,
Harvey
that's
Barnes.
the dude.
That's
Yeah,
it.
he was
Very
sick
nice.
the other day.
Brilliant.
He was sick.
He scored a screamer against Sheffield
United.
United.
Talking about the Southampton game when they battered them. That's all bamboozled right now.
9-0,
Because
bro.
in 4 weeks' time, when they've lost 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row, they're gonna be sitting there.
But they're third in the league.
Third in the league.
Bro, the season
They're
just
playing
started.
sick.
Relax, man.
Do you know what I hate?
Relax.
Everyone keeps saying this, bro. There's been a few games.
Relax, bro.
We're
Relax.
nearly a third of the.
Relax.
So overall, out of the starting 11, 2 of the 11 will be Arsenal players.
No, they
So
won't.
you have a
Madison
nine.
walks into your squad. Tiedemann walks into your squad. Ndidi walks into your squad.
Madison will get in.
Oh,
That's
thank
it.
you. Well done.
He's the
Yeah.
only one.
The only one.
So
Him and
Tielemans-
Tielemans gets into your squad.
You don't watch football, do you?
No, don't.
You don't watch football.
Over who?
players.
Whose place he taken?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Of your midfielders. Ceballos, for example.
Forget-
You don't think Madison should be playing for England?
Who?
Yeah.
Madison.
Yeah,
he's
I'd like
hard.
to see him at number
He's
10.
hard.
Personally.
Apparently, though, he's got like a bad attitude in that.
Yeah, I've heard.
What?
That's what they've been
Because
saying.
there's that casino stuff that people say, but
No, but
No,
even
but
before that,
under
Southgate don't
21s,
rate him.
the under
Yeah, he's like a
21s
bad
has a few
influence.
issues. Apparently.
what sort of bad influence?
Allegedly.
Like, he's just rude,
Don't know, man.
unruly, yeah.
But the thing is, at
Yeah,
the end,
yeah,
for
yeah,
me
yeah.
personally, I feel like his quality is undeniable.
He's
And-
arrogant
hard.
in that.
He
Yeah.
needs to go
He's
Manchester
sick.
But
United.
I kind of
He
like
needs
his
to go
arrogance.
Manchester
though.
United. Manchester United, you
Under
kind
them,
of should
under
be
them.
cherry
I
picking.
kind of like the
I-
arrogance
I-
because it pushes him to
How
succeed in the
like,
game.
you know if Fergie was a manager, he would have bought Mads and Kunta Kane, snapped them both
Yeah,
up.
but Man United might.
And you know what else
should
should be?
try
You
and
know
go
what
for
else should be?
Eriksen.
You know what
Try and go
else should be?
for
You know what else should
Eriksen.
be? Champions.
When United linked with Tillemans as well at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
They
were.
should've-
They were linked with Uber as well. They were linked with Uber, I just
But-
read,
Yeah, I
yeah?
saw that. I saw
You
that.
remember
Yeah.
linked with Pierre Ubers, yeah? And
Hasn't scored in 3 games.
Lukaku instead.
Hasn't scored in 3
They're
games.
watching him.
It's
Yeah,
an
because
odd
he
one
can hold the
because
ball up or something.
anytime Man United and Arsenal go for a player, they always choose Man United. So it's surprising.
Because
The
Ramsey
Man
chose
United.
Arsenal over Man United.
That's what I'm saying. He
That
didn't
one
really.
time,
they
one
didn't-
time.
they- he didn't really. It means Man United didn't really go for
No,
it.
he wasn't impressed with Sir Alec.
Oh yeah, of course not.
No, he
He was
wasn't.
more impressed with a manager who didn't win anything.
With Wenger, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
Okay.
unbeaten.
Yeah.
Who was
Bro,
unbeaten.
that is
Listen,
irrelevant now.
At the end of the day,
You don't
We
understand.
didn't- We didn't have.
Listen,
we didn't
let-
have Shaitan Brown envelope.
You had money.
Okay,
though.
okay.
No, you had money. Don't
Okay.
try.
No, we
let's
didn't.
get back
Bro,
to
how
Leicester.
many
How
went into
Let's
the
get
stadium?
back to Leicester.
How
much
many
did
went
you
into the
spend on
stadium?
Let's get back to
How much did you
Leicester.
spend on?
On Murtad.
Let's
On
get back to
Murtad, that was the 13 million after we just sold over
Still
Bro,
money.
you're talking about
After we just sold-
2001.
You shut up. You wasn't even around.
I remember that
You
game.
was
I
just-
watched
you was
that
just
game.
Seaman, my
When
son.
you- I watched, no, but David Seaman was playing. So
He was
listen,
overrated as
it
well.
was. I remember
Who,
that
Seaman?
game.
Yeah.
Jack, please tell him.
Bro, that save against Sheffield United. I'll
Bro,
never forget that.
Ronaldinho, though, man.
Exactly,
exactly.
exactly.
One game.
And that is why Seaman.
But
will
that's what
always
everyone
be
remembers, though.
He will always be tainted in my head because of that.
Was he overrated?
No, he wasn't overrated.
Was he top? Is he top 10 in Premier League history?
Yeah.
No,
Facts.
he's not. He's top 15 just.
Top 10, maybe.
Bro,
Probably,
are you
yeah, I reckon
forgetting?
he creeps in the
Are you
top
forgetting?
10.
Three.
Are you
He's top
forgetting
three.
man
If
like
anything-
even man like
anything-
Jaskalainen was better than him?
Shut
No,
up.
he
If
wasn't. No,
anything-
you're chatting
Bro,
rubbish.
you
You're chatting
see,
rubbish.
you see that Jaskalainen?
Hey,
Well, the
Chris,
guy is a Bolton.
Who's better?
Yeah, but he was good.
Lehman or
Or Seaman.
Seaman, yeah.
Seaman. all day.
Seaman.
yeah?
Seaman's the best goalkeeper in the Premiership history.
No, he's not.
Between him and Schmeichel.
And
Between
Van
him
der
and
Sar's
Schmeichel.
better than him.
Forget Van der Sar. Van der Sar was some dead food boring at him. I'm not hearing
Peter
them thing
Cech,
there.
man.
Are you
He had a
right?
great
Peter
defensive-
Cech as well better.
Peter Cech, most overrated.
By the time he got to
Bro,
Arsenal,
No,
yeah,
even at
Bro,
your club,
sorry,
he
he
was
nearly
crap.
died.
Even at Chelsea, he was crap.
Towards the
But
end.
what Chelsea
Bro, he
had
never
was
conceded
a
a
solid
goal.
defense.
Bro, he never conceded a
Bro,
goal for 18 months.
they had a solid defense, man. Now, John Terry, bloody Gallas, Trashley.
Is the goalkeeper not part of the defense?
Yes, it is. This
Exactly.
guy chats rubbish.
I've seen basic goal.
Chris.
And you have the cheek to go to me. You support Fulham geese every week. You don't know what you're talking about.
Chris,
Who's your goalkeeper?
Our goalkeeper right
Well,
now.
Van der Sar was
That's
it.
a-
Van der Sar
Van der
was
Sar
it.
was at Fulham.
No, we're saying. I'm asking you now, bro.
You're going to laugh at me like, oh yeah, Division 2 gator.
Who is it?
Marcus Bettinelli. So what can I do? What can I do? Do you want me to go to the club and
I'm
ask them to buy another keeper?
I'm not gonna lie.
What can I do?
Your keeper is the third choice Mushin Gladbach.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
Hey, you know Leno looks like football manager and the regen names.
Yeah.
Bert.
You know, I was thinking about the other day.
T-shirt.
If Leno was
He
to
did
walk
have a
on the
profile
street-
picture.
If Leno was walking the streets, I wouldn't even recognise the DJ. That's what I said to myself. I was like, I wouldn't even recognise my guy.
He's just a random guy, innit?
His face doesn't even stick in my brain. Like,
It's because he's got
stick.
the generic. He's like a generic.
Yeah,
like
he looks like someone that would walk around a pitch during a game, like half time and that.
Yeah, straight.
In the suit.
Oh, man. But anyway, just going to this Leicester Southampton game.
Bruv,
Right
that
now,
was,
like
It's horrendous.
I
wanna-
even making up words.
I want to more talk about.
Horrendous,
I want
horrendous.
to more talk about because enough people don't talk about Southampton here. They've been talking about the brilliance of Leicester.
Embarrassing.
Like I think it's embarrassing. Obviously, Bertrand got sent off.
Who was that manager? Was it ex-Fulham or something? It's got to be one of the
Who?
Fulham managers or something.
No.
Ralph Hasenhuttl.
He's not hard to. Yeah,
He's
He's
still-
an Austrian club.
Yeah,
I was
the,
right.
the
He's
Alpine
Austrian.
I
club.
was
The
right.
Alpine
That's
club.
something Fulham would be.
No, he's
Why?
not. No.
It is. Why? What's the Fulham link?
I don't know what he's talking about.
That's
The
the
guy,
kind of managers that they'd be
listen,
getting.
listen. He's,
Who was
he's
your
Eddie
manager?
Older.
Who was your manager before Claudio Ranieri?
Before Ranieri?
Yeah.
What do you call it?
Man,
No, Slavici Kanovic.
Yes, I'm saying. This,
Oh, yeah.
one of them
He was a
two.
good manager.
What,
though,
the
isn't
He went
Serbian?
back there.
What?
One's Serbian, one's Austrian. What's your point?
It's not about where they're from.
What's
I'm
he on
just saying,
about?
it's
Well,
that-
no.
Them kind of exotic managers that no one has even heard of. Like obscure. Them
One's from the Balkans and one's from
obscure exotic
Mad
managers.
exotic
Bro,
places.
you know Serbia's here and Austria's like right here.
What's that got to do with
Chris
anything?
is
I
like.
will say, what's this got to do with anything?
Chris
What
is
are
like.
you talking about?
Chris comes across like
But-
Brexit means Brexit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Brexit. He's
Hey,
Brexit.
do you know what?
Brexit.
He's pissed because
man.
it's not going to happen till next year now.
Yeah, Brexit means Brexit.
Bruv,
Chris.
how can you even compare the two? He went, yeah, same thing.
But anyway, Ralph Hasenhuttl.
Hasenhuttl.
If that's his name.
Who's in Hasenhuttl? Hasenhuttl.
He's
No, I'm saying that's the kind
Like-
of manager
like-
that Fulham, like a no-name manager.
He's
from-
not
I
a
get,
no-name
I get your
manager.
point. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get
but
your point,
wait,
to be
hold
honest.
on. I swear you've had
Like
some.
they just pluck him
No,
out.
I
of
thought
one
we
league.
were cool, man. What's going on?
No, but you've had some like notable names as managers.
Who?
Yeah.
Like
Kevin Keegan, we had as manager.
Kevin Keegan. You had
Back
what's
in
his
the day.
name?
Scotty
What's his
Parker.
name?
Kevin Keegan took the piss so much
Roy
that he was
Hodgson.
managing England at the same time.
Martin Yo.
Who's the
Martin-
guy? Who's the weird guy? Who used to do mad cardio though. I think.
Oh, Felix McGath.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he was.
Where did they get him from?
Like, when
man?
Darren Ben came on, he gave a few stories about what you said. He said he was a madman. Well, I don't know if he said that. I'm paraphrasing, guys. Don't take my words as quotes. But no, we had Martin Yole. We've had
Yeah, Martin Yole, see?
we had
Who's
Martin Yole, your best ever manager.
no Roy Hodgson. Roy Hodgson.
Is he the one who got to the final?
Yeah.
Who's the
Well,
legend?
Roy Hodgson got us from the brink of relegation to finishing seventh next
The man
season.
who called Roy Hodgson like a Wenger or a Fergie. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah, but so do like this guy don't get it. But you know, you say that those are established managers.
Anyway, going
Crystal
back.
Palace now has
anyway.
your Fergie.
Anyway, going
Yeah.
back to
Crystal
Southampton.
Palace has your Wenger.
Yeah, and they're doing well. Yeah, and that Crystal Palace drew 2-2 against
true,
you
it's
today.
true, they
So
did.
keep it down over
It's
there.
true.
All right, mate. Yeah,
true.
yeah.
It's
You
true.
can-
So-
you can clap all you want. Your players should have done that when Xhaka came off instead of booing him.
So should Southampton have sacked their manager? Because I'll be honest.
No,
You said-
no,
you said-
no.
You said he should have.
No,
But bro, do you know
No.
why? Do you know what was worrying about it? When Bertrand got sent off, they were 1-0 down. Yeah. At that point, you need to be smart as a manager and shut up shop till half time.
he did. He took off Danny Ings.
Mate,
and brought a defender
do you know
on.
how attacking he was still? Do you know how open they still was?
Listen,
that's
that-
how they conceded
for
5
me,
goals.
I'm
Geezer.
sorry.
It wasn't because Leicester was brilliant.
Now listen to me.
It's because Southampton were poor.
There's an element of that as well.
Their
because
defend Yoshida. Oh my. he had
Awful.
The
But he's
worst
not
game
an awful-
ever.
but he's not
when
an
your
awful
team,
player.
and a
No,
lot
no,
of,
he
a
had
lot-
an awful
a
game,
lot, a
man.
lot of pundits have said this, and I agree. When you lose line 0, it's not the manager's fault at that point.
Oh,
it's the
my
players'
word,
fault.
That's nonsense.
Nah.
It's the
That's
players' fault,
nonsense.
bro.
That's nonsense.
As a man, you should never let a team
Bro,
see. Well, you
bro,
9-0 at home.
bro,
No,
bro.
No.
At 1 or 2-0, yeah. The players, okay, of course the players need to give 100%. The manager has to determine the shape. Do you know how easy it was for Leicester to cut those balls and pass through?
He took
How
off
easy
Danny
it was?
Ings and brought off a defender.
I'm not even sure if he did take off Danny Ings.
Okay, well,
you have to double check that.
Okay, I bet you
double check it.
I bet you £100 he took off Danny Ings.
No, I'll
It
just
was,
check
what was it at half time? 5-0.
5-0.
So like they lost
No.
4-0. second.
Oh, look, he didn't even do it. He didn't even take him off. I should have bet him.
Should have.
No, he did. Yeah, he did. You're chatting S. You're chatting S.
No, you said when Bertrand got sent off, someone.
I said he took off at
he
half
took off
time.
Danny Ings at
I
half
didn't
time.
say when he got sent off.
No,
Did I say that?
Technicality, yeah.
Sorry, did I say
Wait,
that?
hold on, Tyler.
Hey.
And Tyler, at half time, what was the score?
5.
Was the game done or not?
Yeah.
So
what?
So
Yeah, but then-
no,
yeah.
you made it sound like when Bertrand
did I?
got sent off.
Sorry, this is coming from the guy that didn't realise he got the circle line in the district.
How can you?
No. So listen, we don't really talk about minor details around you because you don't know anything about minor
People
details.
don't live in London. The tube map is a bit
Yeah, basically-
it's a bit complicated.
No.
It's a bit
For a man
Different
that,
colours
from-
though, man.
Oh man,
Guys,
exactly.
make sure
Thank you.
Make sure you download the
One's
tube
yellow.
map app.
Make sure you get a brain, unlike Akeem. Make sure you do that.
We're not promoting the tube map app, by the way, or any tube map apps, right? But
But if you want to sponsor us, feel free.
Cheeky Sport app.
exactly, Cheeky's what app. But
Yeah,
look,
is there even an app?
but there is an app. But Jack,
Don't even have
on a serious note, wait. On a serious note though,
What time did it get taken
This-
off, by the way?
what?
What time did it get taken off?
45 minutes.
And you
I
know,
had
half
time
time.
to
and,
find
you know that's a great segue for our Tokyo time.
out. What?
That's not a segue, but
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yeah,
Big up
big up
Tokyo
Tokyo.
Time.
All right, big
Time.
up Tokyo time.
We still with him, yeah?
Yeah,
Alright,
still with him. Look at the look.
My
Look at the
sounds for
caps.
Tokyo
Hey, you
Time
know what?
as
You know
well, man.
Tokyo Time. Big up Tokyo Time, but you unfollowed me on Instagram for some reason.
Did
I don't know
they?
why. Tokyo
rude.
Time.
They're rude.
So yeah,
I don't know if they've been
I'm gonna
following
keep quiet on camera.
Okay.
At least
But
I
All right,
Big
all right.
up Budweiser.
Well, must have been a mistake.
Bit
Anyway,
weird. Bit
can we just go back to this point about Southampton? So Southampton, the problem with Ralph and the reason why he should have got sacked, okay,
shouldn't get
is because he did not fix that issue between 12 minutes when Bertrand got sent off and 45 minutes. That's where they lost 5-0.
chatting
And you can't. How is that chatting S? Because end of the
chatting
day, you're saying that it's the players. So what? You
course
think
it
the
is.
players suddenly are so bad that they lose 9-0? That means they
No,
purposely
just-
lost.
No. They just showed like that as a team. There's severe lack.
What? So all
of,
11 of them? What? Do they nod at each other? No, because what? Because you.
Oh,
gotta be
okay,
clear
cool.
with
The
what you're saying.
ex-professionals that are pundits are saying that it's all the players' fault. They got, as people that played the game,
I don't care.
compared
I
to a
watched
man,
the game.
compared
And that's my
compared to
opinion.
a man that runs a peanut butter company,
So-
and compare that to ex-professionals that play the
So,
games
so
like that.
every ex-professional
I'm
talks
like,
sense. Every,
no,
is that what
but
you're
if-
saying? So then, what?
No.
Why bring up the ex-professional line then?
Because every
That's
single
a-
one of them has said that.
Yeah,
it's
but
the
I'm
players'
asking you a
fault.
question.
Ultimately,
Every one of them
everyone,
talk
all,
sense.
both of their fault. Really.
Of course, but yeah, I agree.
So
Of course
I'm
he's
with
got
you.
play.
So at 9-0.
How has the guest got more sense than you, bro?
Wait, hold on.
Are you not hearing what he just said?
Tyler, yeah. Look, because these football figures are too thick. Yeah, that's the thing. So
You're the-
are you telling me?
yeah,
Are
you're
you telling me?
as thick
Are
as
you
a
telling me
peanut
at
butter.
9-0, or even let's say when it was 6-0, 7-0, 8-0, and the goals were coming in, that means all of those goals, or most of the goals, was because of the players being out of position, not having enough heart, randomly, because every other game, including when they played Man United 4 weeks ago, when they were down to 10 men as well, and they still managed to grind out a 1-1 win, all of a sudden, Jack, this is the game when they lost their attitude and it's all the players' fault. Is that what you're saying? Is that actually what you're saying? Or is it the fact that Ralph didn't know how to reshape the team when he was 1-0 down and having 10 men? He didn't know how to do it. And then Leicester capitalised on it. That's what happened.
I thought you said they were rubbish. They weren't even that good. Sorry,
They
Leicester.
capitalised. That's what I said. They capitalised. Not that I said.
Yeah, but
Leicester-
you got to be.
I said when you win 9-0, when you win 9-0 is not the team who won 9-0 being great over the team being terrible that they battered. That's the fact. It's not like Leicester are not that much better than Southampton. Yeah. So
Of course not. But that's
so
not the
so
point.
you can't tell me that Leicester deserved to win 9-0 because
Bro, those players
Southampton-
gave up. Those players gave up. Second up, they gave up.
Well,
Those players
hold
gave
on.
up.
They gave up. Whose fault is that? Is that the players' fault? Or is it
Yes,
Randolph?
because you. Sorry, but as a human being, you shouldn't just give up on that pitch when you're getting paid X amount of money a week. You got fans there sitting in the pissing rain. Excuse my language,
Why is it always about the money that they earn?
Yeah, exactly. Why do you always talk about money?
bro. Imagine you're at work.
Yeah.
And suddenly you just can't be bothered and you stop working.
But
What's
it's
going to
not
happen
about-
to you?
it's not about-
What's going to
it's not
happen
about
to
the- it's not
you?
about the money.
What's going to happen to
It
you?
don't matter how much money you got though. End of the day, does it?
But it doesn't matter. In any line of work, if you stop doing your job because you can't be bothered, you're getting sacked.
Yeah.
And these players just stopped.
But they didn't stop. They did actually run around. But the fact of the problem
They
is-
ran around, but bro, let's
know what you're
be
saying.
honest here.
Okay.
There's running around. There's just about doing your job.
So Jack, when Fulham got relegated, so I
Whose
think
fault was it?
Yeah, whose fault was it? So none of the players were running around then. They didn't care.
Yeah, some of the players didn't care.
So what's
You kept
the
all of
difference between
them.
9
Facts.
You
Huh?
kept most of them.
But you kept most of them. Though.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Miller,
He did.
that Miller, whatever guy,
Yes, he
your striker, What's his name?
Mitrovic.
That's-
He had terrible games when he was walking around. I know, and I watched that because he was in my
That's his style
fantasy
a bit,
team.
though.
And I was
That's
thinking,
his
what-
style.
running
Steve,
around.
you
That's
don't
his
get.
style.
He don't run
That's
around
his
a lot.
style.
He's
Are
like
you
in the
man
box.
serious?
Listen,
18 yard
this is where I get annoyed now because you're telling me you just know Fulham geezer, and now apparently you know the whole how Fulham runs, how Mitrovic plays every week.
Shall I tell you why?
Bro, Mitrovic is our best player. No,
Talksport gave a rundown about Fulham the other day. Now listen.
of course they did. What
Talksport,
that
man,
fat
listen.
mug, Adrian Durham, and what's all these other guys called?
Ooh, vendetta.
No.
Why are you upset about
That's
that?
fine.
No. Talksport don't know anything. I don't care. If you're watching right now, come to me.
Come on the
see what
podcast.
happens, innit?
Some of them are
See what happens, innit? See what happens.
Some of them are ex-professionals.
Ex-professional strike.
No, I'm talking about the main, like your
Okay.
Gary Brazils, all these guys.
What have they done to
I said
Fulham
Gary
to make you say
Brazil.
that?
Nah, no,
It's
they don't know.
Alan Brazil. It's Alan
No,
Brazil.
Alan Brazil.
I
wait,
think
wait,
it's
sorry,
Gary Brazil.
Gary Brazil used to play for Fulham. My bad.
Yeah.
But Adrian Durham, all these people, Adrian Durham.
Yeah, what have they done to Fulham to make you say that?
Nah, they just don't. They don't know anything about teams in the lower half of the table. They ain't got a clue.
Yeah, but they knew about Fulham though.
No, they don't. No. You can pretend to know about. Okay, what did they say?
Can I ask, why did they bring up Fulham?
What did they say?
I think Fulham were playing and they're talking about how Fulham have kept most of their squad.
That's not true though. This again chatting rubbish. And Gisa went, Seri went, Babu went. All these.
Chambers is in
Man said
Arsenal's
Babel.
defence.
Chambers, yeah,
He was
Chambers
coming
gone.
halfway through and he was done and dusted anyway. Man said Babel. You know?
Done and dusted. He's
What
our-
colour is
he's
his
our
hair
best
now,
player.
man? I swear I saw him. man.
He's
Hold
at
on.
Galatasaray, isn't he?
What colour hair though?
Pink. He's wearing pink now.
When you get relegated, players try to leave as quick as possible. Most of them.
Yeah, Mitrovic decided to stay though.
But
So
I-
whose
but-
fault
but-
was it? So
but
whose
what
fault
I'm
was it
try-
though?
What?
So whose fault was that though?
Ranieri had a big part to play with that. Massive part
So
to
is
play
the
with
So
that.
now you're going back to manager.
No, but again, you're not getting my point here. That's just you were talking about one game. We're talking about over the span of a season. You can't sack a manager after one game.
What, regardless of the result?
Yes.
So even if they lost 15-0,
Gotta
no
go.
problem.
Gotta go.
Again, it's
No, do you know?
if you lose 50-0, the players are responsible.
Can
I'm
I
sorry.
say something, Jack, on this, yeah? I'm not saying that he should get sacked solely on that result.
You did. That's
But
what you said.
No.
That's literally
No.
what you said.
What I'm
That is
saying,
literally okay.
no.
Guys, cut this up and clip it up.
Okay.
Go back to the point. Time code it
What
for
I
me
said,
because you said that.
I know what I said.
I like
what I
Chris.
said. Though what I said. Listen to me. What I said.
I'm listening.
What is that he should get sacked after that game? Yes, I didn't say just because of that game.
So,
the
okay,
reason
so-
why I said that. The reason why I said that is because Southampton haven't massively improved since he's been a manager anyway. He's not like it's not like man is in the top 6 or anything. He's not done that much anyway.
Okay,
so
let's have a
yeah, you can look at it. You can look at it, bro. They're still relegation fodder. That's
Yeah,
what
of
they.
course.
That's what they still are. So end of the day, all I'm saying is he hasn't massively improved the team. It's not like he's done a Ranieri job at Leicester where he should get more of a breathing space. And when you lose 9-0, get lost. Simple. He should get sacked in the morning. And I think if anything, it actually means people lose respect for Southampton by keeping him as a manager.
That's not true. I haven't lost respect for
Bro, that's embarrassing. That's as embarrassing as keeping Xhaka as captain. I'm sorry. You can't keep a manager when you lose 9-0
Okay,
at home
so-
to a team
okay,
that you're as good
okay,
as.
one example.
You're on their
Okay,
level.
one example.
And you got lost 9-0 at home.
Watford lost 8-0 when who came back in Kike Flores? They lost 8-0. Should they have sacked him after 2 games?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
because you're not listening to a word I've said, have you? I've said, look at the whole span of time as well as that. How many games did he play before you lost 8-0? Exactly.
But it's not.
So that's too early to say that.
But
Yeah, go on.
he
What was
kept them up
Southampton's
last season.
results like?
Huh?
Listen, he kept them up last season. They were doomed for relegation last season.
Not doomed for relegation.
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
Okay, and when did he
Who's
become
in charge?
manager?
Mark
By
Hughes?
January.
Mark Hughes?
By January he became manager?
No, before. Yeah,
Or-
around
or
that
something
time.
like that. A year ago. In a year.
It was Mark
in a
Hughes.
year.
Puel,
In a
Puel,
year.
wasn't it? Or when was Puel the
No,
manager?
Puel was.
I think Ralph was manager from like around this time
No,
last year.
I'm pretty sure
I
it was
might be
Mark
wrong.
Hughes. It was Mark Hughes manager.
It might have been
Oh,
Mark Hughes.
could have been.
But either way,
Find out.
one of those journeyman managers.
It's terrible
innit?
though, man.
But either way,
Bro, they were destined for relegation. He came in, revitalised them for
bro,
the time period.
no one,
they stayed up.
No one could be destined for relegation before Christmas, and he
Right.
came manager
Oh.
before Christmas.
So what do
That's it.
you think Southampton were up? Were they awful side?
They weren't great. They were on a par with us last season.
Didn't they beat Fulham this year at your ground?
He checked it. before
Yeah,
he
in the
said
cup. In the cup.
He checked it before he said it.
So what?
Oh, what? Oh.
Why is he obsessed with Fulham?
What did I say?
Wait. Are you confusing me with the king? Because I'm not saying. I'm actually saying Southampton shouldn't sack their manager.
No, but I'm
so
just-
why?
no, but-
Why is that even relevant?
Because I just realised that you're sitting
What's
there
your
giving
point?
all this talk, this and that, and your team's losing to poor teams like Southampton.
Yeah,
like-
but bear in mind, I've just said. Use
I
your-
know.
Use your dumb, thick brain.
I
to
know,
get this
I
in
know,
your
but I
head.
didn't realise-
Listen to me.
I didn't-
No. It's 20-11. You're pissing me off. All right. Listen. What I've said is I'm backing the Southampton manager here, and you're using the Fulham losing to the
but I didn't know
You're
Fulham-
enhancing my argument.
But you're backing him at the moment, but it's wrong.
Should we
and we'll see.
But
next
Hakeem-
couple
I don't
of
think they
games.
should sack him
Hakeem-
after that.
Hakeem, should we sack Scotty Parker for losing to a team that lost 9-0?
No, because it was
Also,
different
bro,
seasons.
no, it was still this season, but it was in the cup early in the
Oh
season.
yeah, okay.
Again, we
yeah,
played
yeah.
our second team. Doesn't really matter
You
anyway.
play a second. Yeah, we've not got a second team. That's cheeky.
Why did he cast him?
How can Davey play a second team? That's cheeky. Isn't it?
Do you know why? Because he has no football knowledge. All he can do is cuss a team for being in a different division.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
what do you
I
want me
didn't
to do?
realise. I
Do you
didn't
know
realise.
what
you want me to do?
Do you
What
know
do
where
you
Fulham?
think?
Do you know where Fulham is in Championship? They're doing not doing.
Yeah,
good.
They're
seven.
doing well. They're doing well.
We're doing seven.
They're 2 points off top.
4
Yeah.
points. 4
Or
points.
is it 4 now? But there's 8 other teams that have 4 points off top.
Actually, that was 6th, I think.
Right.
This season's a mess in the
Right,
championship.
right,
No
so-
one can be bothered to get a good run of form game.
Right. So just to briefly just move on. Anyway, just quick.
We haven't
brief
even bigged
thoughts.
up Leicester for winning 9-0.
No, no. Okay, big up
You two
Leicester.
were just going back.
Leicester are the new Southampton, I think.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they get the players
Yeah.
in.
Well,
Like Southampton used to do that before.
Yeah,
and
when they
then,
had
like,
Rodriguez and
Liverpool's been a
Varane,
club.
like, all of these
even
players.
Ricky Lambert.
I mean,
was
look, the
calling.
only reason why I
Bale.
didn't big up Leicester is because everyone, we've passed that conversation of just bigging up Leicester. But
Do you
they-
wish
but
that you got Brendan
what
Rodgers?
what I
now
like
instead
about
of
Brendan
Ole?
Rodgers, though, what I like
doing
about
a sick job.
what I like
Sick
about Brendan
job.
Rodgers is that at the post-match conference, like you could see it in his eyes, like he's
see
like
it on that-
he wants
that hurt.
You know,
he
he
wants
only wants
to,
a
he
big
wants
job.
to win. He wants to win.
But you know, he only wants a big
9
job.
8-0, 9, and I feel it was that whole Liverpool situation, and
But-
I feel he was
coming
treated-
back with a vengeance.
I feel he was treated wrongly at Liverpool
course
because
he was.
he got closer than any other team, obviously,
Manager.
Liverpool team, apart from obviously last year, with a weaker team. That team wasn't good, and apart from the front three, apart from the front three, the rest of the team wasn't that good, and he still got as close as he would ever get.
And Stephen Gerrard wasn't that great, was he? Centre
No,
mid.
no,
Yes,
no.
obviously Stevie.
Wasn't that good.
okay,
You said
Steve-
apart from the front three.
Okay, cool. And
Steven
Stevie
Gerrard
G.
and centre
My-
mid,
my
one of the best
apologies.
players in the
And
world.
Stevie
Cool.
G.
Cool.
An
That's
aging,
my
an
apologies.
aging Stevie G, a 35-year-old Stevie G. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm Stephen Henderson, who you lot seem to suck
Stephen
on.
Henderson.
Stephen Henderson.
Jordan.
This is why. This is
Stephen
why
Henderson.
he has no idea what he's
That's
talking
Stephen
about.
Henderson.
Stephen Henderson. is.
Jordan Henderson was a young
Guys,
boy
see,
back
this is
then.
what I have to deal
Yeah.
with every week. Absolute thickos all around me, apart from Tyler. Tyler knows what he's talking about.
Right,
These
anyway.
two ain't got a clue.
Anyway, can we just quickly
If
just
it
talk
ain't
Tyler?
Ain't or Fulham, he don't know.
Tyler,
Do you know what I mean?
Tyler, can we just have your thoughts?
Bread.
on, can we have your thoughts on the big game of the weekend, which was Liverpool versus Spurs? What did you think? What did you think about the game?
I thought it was an entertaining game. I can't even. What did it
Can't remember what happened.
2-1.
2-1.
2-1.
Oh yeah, 2-1. Yeah.
So
yeah,
Kane
no,
scored
decent.
early, and then it was ultimately like a
That-
battering.
that-
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
constant-
non-stop. I think Dele Alli was he and
He's poor.
Ericsson. They
finished.
Do you know what?
Eriksen-
made,
Eriksen
do,
looks
do you
like
know
a
what,
ghost.
do you know what made me realise that Ali's really lost it? He should have slid in and scored that goal,
Mm.
but he just backed off. And
Been-
waited
he's
for it to
been-
go around it.
Ali-
He has no confidence.
Ali has
Confidence
never
shot.
been that good, and I've always said it.
That's
and
not true.
No,
That's not
no,
true.
he's
He's
a top
never
player.
been
He's a
that
top
good.
player.
He's never been top player. Everyone used to
He's a top
suck
player.
him off because
Bro,
he got
he's
a
only
few
about
goals.
22. He's
He
only
got a
about
few
22,
goals in a
23.
little succession, and everyone was going nuts.
This
And
is
you know
coming
what's
from a guy
happened?
that said Tielemans won't walk into the
Exactly. He
midfield.
doesn't
He
know
wouldn't.
anything.
He's a good player, but he won't move into Arsenal team. I'm
Yes,
telling
he
you that
will.
from
Would Ali get into your team?
now. Dele Alli.
Yeah.
Where?
No, not even.
I'm just asking.
I'm not even going to banner you. and
Innit?
say he
No, I'm
really
just
won't.
asking you.
No,
I'm just asking.
no
you.
chance.
Okay.
He's looking like dead.
Do you know? I feel sorry for him.
I don't.
No,
Why?
I feel sorry
Ever
for
since
him.
Right, he
he's
just
done,
got
ever
a
since he's done
6-year
hotel,
contract.
ever
No,
since
yeah,
he's
true,
done
yeah.
hotel, he's been all over the
Done what?
place.
Big man in it.
That's alleged. That's
But
alleged.
again, you
That's
know
alleged.
that
I'll see a
hotel
video.
incident.
Oh, what?
yeah, but-
That's
but-
alleged. That's alleged,
What the
bro.
one with-
Yeah,
That's
I've seen that
alleged.
alleged video as
That's
well.
alleged. That's alleged.
Since
He's
that
just
came
living his
out.
It might
best
not be him.
life.
Yeah, yeah.
It might not be. It might not be him. But anyway,
Shocking performance. both times.
anyway, I feel.
Man couldn't even trim his ting hair.
Oh,
Bro, he was
bro,
at
why
MK
did you
then
zoom in
time.
so much?
He was at MK.
But anyway,
Yeah, I bet he zoomed in even further.
I know he
He's
zoomed
in
in.
it.
Hey, you know what he's been filming as well. That's why.
Hey, my guy. Alright, you guys won't get what we're talking about. But
No,
yeah.
they would.
No,
they
no,
won't.
because we're
they
talking
won't.
about.
I
Nah,
agree.
yeah.
That was
I
at the
agree.
intro.
That was the thing he was talking
Brilliant
about, wasn't it?
people. Anyway, right, talking, right, talking about the game. Yeah, I don't remember what we were saying.
We're talking about Dele Alli.
Dele Alli. I feel sorry for Dele Alli as well because
Why?
I feel because he's a top player and he has had a hard time.
Kenny's man
Yeah.
feels sorry for Dele Alli, but if I was to say about Abu Dhabi, these lot would be laughing their heads off.
No, I feel
No.
sorry for Abu Dhabi
That's
as well.
and it's
Guy had his
completely
career ravaged by injury.
Yeah, that's completely different.
shut
Completely
up.
different.
No, he had a
What
lot.
do you mean?
He had a lot of injuries, but
Same way with Abue. I felt
Dele
sorry
Alli,
for
I
him.
feel, has just been part of a bad period of Tottenham as well. No, as well. No, he
He's
has.
been a bad part of Tottenham.
No, he
I
has,
don't
but-
think so.
But
I did make
but-
Champions League final last season, and I think he played, but he was just crap.
Listen,
Stop
for the
excusing.
last 9 months.
Stop
he's been
excusing
pouring
because you got a poor man's Dele Alli in Jesse Lingard, and you're just trying to excuse my man.
Jesse Lingard's doing fine. He's got his own
he's
clothing
crap.
line.
He's crap.
No, he's
Yeah,
fine.
and which took a
And-
200,000k
Yeah, but
plummet.
that's a news.
Which took a
news.
plummet. Yeah.
Doesn't
Nah,
Dele
do you
Alli
know
have a
what?
clothing line as
Links,
well,
What do you
though?
mean?
You did-
Nah,
you saw the
it's just
article about
Boohoo
his,
Man, I think.
I haven't
It's
seen
got
it,
like a
but it doesn't
collab.
matter.
Collab.
It's
got
a
hat brand, I
collab.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you might have a hat.
It's
it's
brand.
collab.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Big up
people
Taco
like
Time.
look. I just hope. I hope exactly. I hope players.
Get
Like,
in some more caps.
I hope players like.
I ain't talking about England caps.
I hope players like Dele Alli does get back to form. England.
Yeah,
need
'cause
him.
it only
Dele Alli,
benefit-
I hope you
England
stay
He
like
won't get an
this.
England squad.
Because it benefits
I
England.
hope
if he
you
does
get
well.
No,
worse,
no,
my
it's not
guy.
just that. It's not just that. I think he's
That's
a,
all I care about.
he's
I
a
don't
good-
care if he does well for Tottenham.
Nah, he's a good player.
I mean, I care.
It's good to
I
see
don't
him.
care.
You know,
As
in
long
that
as you do-
position, England have got a lot of players, and I don't see him getting back
No, I don't
into
either.
that team.
I don't either.
Nah, I think just give him time. He's young. He's young.
There's younger players in that.
Uh-huh.
now.
Yeah, but so what?
Younger
But,
and
look,
better.
one thing people need to understand
Better
about,
technique.
about football, people need to understand, he's got one of the best techniques. Technique's one of his strong
No,
points.
it's not. His
Bro.
strong point has been that Frank Lampard and was arriving into the box late.
He had a good
timing-
engine.
but
He's
had-
lost that timing.
No, but and technique. He
His
had
timing
great
and
tech-
finishing was
has-
what he was
Yeah,
all
the
about.
goal against
Bro,
Crystal
bro,
Palace.
he's
that
like-
was
he's
a
got one of
bad
the best
focus,
goals of this
man.
No,
era.
no, he
He's
didn't.
got one of the
I
best
know
goals.
the one on the chest and the volley. No,
Yeah.
that was
Nah,
dead,
that
dead
was
food.
sick.
That was
How
basic.
did they do
Basic.
that?
That was basic. That's some basic,
Chris,
basic
that's
food.
the best goal.
The goal
One of the
that
best goals of the last
Jack
10
Wilshere
years.
scored against Norwich was 15 times better. That's an all-round
We're
team
not
play.
talking
1,
about
2,
that.
bang, 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 bang,
Are we
bang, bang, bang.
comparing goals or
Exactly.
are we just calling
Exactly.
a
I'm
goal
telling you,
good
what's
or
a
not?
good goal and it was a basic goal.
Was that good technique from Jack Wilshere?
Basic.
All right, go and do it then.
Ox's goal, though, man.
Go and do it
that's-
outside.
Lovely
We'll go and
goal.
get a football. You go
Lovely
and do it.
finish.
You go and do that.
Oh,
goal.
the guy who you thinks he's crap.
Look, let me tell you something.
Ox is a top player.
No, whoa,
Got
stop,
two
stop,
two
no.
goals in the
top.
Champions League, which
Top,
you're in, by
top.
the
You see the
way.
Ox,
Top,
you
top.
see the Ox when he was at Arsenal. He hasn't improved from Arsenal
He's
till
got-
now.
He's
yeah.
been injured for a
better.
year
It's the
as
same
well.
player,
He's
it's the
got
same
far
player, yeah?
better.
He's been
It's the
injured for a
same
year.
player, yeah, that was at Arsenal, yeah, and he always showed great potential with the Ox, yeah. He was a fantastic
Oi,
player. He
Akeem,
was strong. He was fast.
Do you
a
know
great
what?
shot, yeah. He
The
had
ma-
great techers, but in
I
a
know
game,
you keep spouting on.
in a game, he wouldn't do it, and this is where we're
Listen,
at now.
wait,
And then
no,
they've got
listen,
people like
listen,
these two
listen.
press
Let me-
over
let
here.
me just
You
tell you
don't
something.
watch
Did you do it
football.
last
Let me
week?
tell you
You only
something.
watch highlights, yeah.
Listen.
Jack watches Fulham and highlights only, like Kim just watches highlights, yeah.
Listen.
So they don't bloody know nothing.
If Ox doesn't play for the rest of the season, he still scored more goals in the Champions League this season than Arsenal.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
But did you? Nah, look, you working it out.
Embarrassing.
But look,
Embarrassing.
Because that's so dumb. I'm not gonna say. I can say if Guendouzi doesn't start another game, he's played more minutes than Fulham have played in the entire season of Premier League. Like what? That's
Yeah,
dumb.
that's true as well.
Yeah,
That's
it's
dumb.
true. Both true
But,
statements.
innit?
So,
but
yeah,
can
but
I say,
I'm not as wound up as it as you are.
but can I say something?
That's the difference.
You got to realise, yeah, Ox is a reason why Klopp plays him. He scores from outside the box. Most midfielders at the moment, in this day and age, hasn't got the ability of scoring outside the box. And he can do that. And look at the other player who you've been cussing, Jordan Hendo, also performing at top level.
Great goal to
scoring.
get back into
And it
the
seems
game.
like you
that takers has scored a goal.
and you're
was so
proving,
butters.
you're proving as a football ficker because
Butters.
the two
Yeah,
players,
got a bit
because the two
of
players,
butters,
Takers,
man, yeah.
Did you say that takers is butters? When he-
Yeah, nah.
Chris, the two players
It's
you've
running
cussed,
technique as well,
The
yeah.
two players you've cussed
how you scored from
has
that angle,
shown up. That shows your
One
football
game.
ficker.
One
Shows
game.
it's not-
Lukaku's also shown up in places. It made you look good. But we all know Lukaku's got a touch of a rhino. So what you saying, bro?
It's not
No,
about
I'm
the
saying.
touch. It's about
I'm
their
saying.
overall
He used
ability.
to say that a Rhino doesn't have a good touch. Maybe a Rhino has a good touch.
Yeah, that one didn't. It was when Timberlands and them.
Yeah, whatever.
Remember?
He probably has never won Tim. Has he even won Tim as well?
But it's only the touch of
He
a man
scored-
wearing jeans
Bro,
and Timberlands.
that brand deal
scored
would be
any-
peak. That and
anyway.
Levi's.
Anyway, he's still banging in goals. Lukaku's happy, and I like Lukaku.
Oh, that
So
goal
big
from
him up.
Martial, by the way, is very nice.
But now, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
you're
What I want to
controlling.
talk about.
They're the main.
He so up everyone else's arse talking about crap about everyone else. They don't want to talk about his team actually playing good for once. You know what I'm
He's a
saying?
footballer.
No, wait.
Martial,
Before we get
Rashford
onto
link
that,
up.
the way Alexander Arnold was whipping them balls in yesterday.
Yeah, but we know he
Amazing.
can do that.
Woo!
Amazing.
Woo! Next level.
Amazing.
The way Liverpool's
Well
fullbacks
done.
play in general, just you can't.
But
The-
I
the
can
constant
but
stream
I've,
of
no-
just
but I've,
like
no- I've
bombing up
noticed
and
if
down.
you I've noticed when and it's going to be interesting to see how Man City play against them because they both got bombing fullbacks. So it's going to
can
all
be
it's
quite
all gonna,
exposed
it's
on the
all going to
counter.
be about who's got better holding midfielders. I feel and with-
Also, but the thing is,
that's-
Alexander Arnold could be a bit of a.
and that's why I
liability
think
at
no,
the
but
back.
but that's why I think Liverpool will beat
Think.
City because they're holding players. Genie and Hendo
and Fabinho
and
as well.
Fabinho are just better as holding than because Fernandinho is not gonna make the game. He's probably gonna be injured. We don't have to talk about this now because it's in 2 weeks' time. But in 2 weeks' time when they do play
Why
each other,
might he be injured?
that's
He's
gonna-
not.
he's injured. Yeah,
he got a
he's
red
injured
card.
now.
That's why. He got.
Oh, sorry, sorry, red card.
Yeah, so he's
Sorry,
only
he's only
missing
a
one
two.
game.
Is it a 1 game ban for
One game
red?
'cause he got 2 yellows.
Oh, it's 2 yellows. Okay. My mistake.
It's the anchor, ladies.
Yeah,
and
it's Rodri. It's
The
Rodri.
Anchor's
who's-
talking about a game 2 weeks from now.
It's a big game. It's a big
gentlemen.
game.
When
It's
all
a
he
big
did was
game.
get a red card.
It's a big game. It's a big game. But anyway.
No, but anyway, going on to United, missing
Anyway, going
two
on to
penalties.
United, they missed two penalties.
penalties.
It didn't matter in the end, but it's just
Aye.
a bit. Yeah,
Aye.
I'll be honest.
The way they took their-
Rashford took the penalty like he genuinely didn't know where.
Nah, do you know what it
to
was?
do.
Let me tell you what they're reminding me of. You know, FIFA 20's just introduced new penalties.
Hmm.
It's like when you first try and learn how to take the pens. That's how they both look like.
Do you play FIFA, Tyler?
No.
See, this
I
is
don't
a.
play it.
Do any of you guys play FIFA 20?
I've played it before.
Yeah. So
Very
you know
good
how
game.
difficult it
Very
is.
good.
Do you have it?
Huh?
Well
yeah,
improved.
I do.
Any
Yeah,
good?
It's an
yeah,
improvement.
yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'll
Close
slap
to real
up
life.
any of
We're
you.
doing a
lot.
cheeky sport. We're actually doing a cheeky
When?
sport championship.
When?
Oh, when?
We've already started.
They've started.
Frank and
That's
Tariq.
what I'm saying. These men don't say nothing.
No,
You
I
say-
haven't.
you
I
You
haven't.
say shaky sport.
All
yeah?
they do is
They
turn up
treat
late
me
and-
and Jack,
I
yeah.
haven't.
Like we're. I'm not kind of saying what
Outsiders.
we are. Yeah, that's the nice word. Outsiders.
The tournament
Like,
is
no,
on.
no,
the
the
tournament. The tournament is
We're
on.
like
The
the stepchildren.
Listen,
I didn't want
to
to
me.
say stepchildren. I thought it might be harsh,
Listen-
innit? Because there's stepchildren out there. innit?
Listen
But
to me.
Nah, because I've got a few.
When I mean
stepbrothers,
tournament-
stepsisters,
when I mean
all that, so
tournament-
I can say.
When
what
I mean
want.
tournament, it means people are playing each other online.
Yeah,
and
but
the
why have
t-
I
and
only
the
heard
pilot-
about this now?
Because we only just started it like a day.
We only
or
just
2
started
days
like
ago.
3 years ago.
2 days ago, and I'm not even in it. So
Probably- but
yeah,
you're probably
Yeah,
admin.
because you'll probably be late.
Huh?
It would be like, you'd be like, yeah, just come
But
online
anyway.
now. Oh, sorry, I just got on
But
the
any-
district line by accident.
But anyway, apparently,
breaking deals with Parliament.
Yeah, peanut butter.
apparently Frank is the best player. So we'll see.
If he's played one person, how does that count? That doesn't mean anything.
I'm talking about based on how good he is overall. But anyway,
But how
we'll
do you
see.
know? How do you know that?
I don't know. That's
We
what I'm saying.
definitely should do a
Apparently.
cheeky sport league.
Are
Yeah.
you getting good?
I'm the best.
You're
Best there is,
you
best
can't
there is.
focus for that
Best there
long.
was. Best there is.
He
Best ever will be.
definitely plays on alternate. He plays on pens controls. I know you
don't-
do.
You know
Actually,
what?
nothing
I
wrong with
do.
pest control.
Of course I do. Are you dumb? What's wrong with that, you prat? That's how you know he's a football thinker. Man grew up on Pez. ISS,
yeah,
International
ISS.
Superstar
So
Soccer.
he had
Relax.
a Mega Drive.
And he's here talking to me about football. This prat. This prat.
Oh, because he
Look
played-
at him. Look at
Hey,
him.
Listen,
Look at him and look at me.
only
You can
paedophiles
tell
play.
I play ball as well. I
Only-
play ball as well. So I've got the mind of an
know
athlete.
what?
A mind of a baller.
You what?
He ain't got that. don't even. When
was the last time you played football?
Man tried to say I play on alternative. Like man playing with Pro Evo buttons was a sin. And you dumb out here.
Only nonsense.
I will crush him.
Only nonsense playing alternate.
People, I will crush a man.
Alright, let us know. Do you play alternate or do you play?
At legacy mode, I use the D-pad to move. I don't even use the analog.
You use the D-pad?
I use the D-pad because man is old school out here. I'm a historian. I will whoop anybody.
You see them old man.
FIFA 20. Let's see.
Listen, the fact you're telling me you play on alternate and on D-pad, you're getting slapped.
I'll make a bet with you now. I'll make a
Are you
bet with you
actually good? Are
here.
you actually good?
Legit.
I'll bat you. I'll beat both
Legit.
of you.
You, bruh, you come from the House of Parliament. You can't play.
£20 that I beat.
20.
You.
I was going to say 50.
Best of
all right,
three.
20.
Best of three.
All right,
Best of
best of
three.
three.
And I'll bet you
Who you
20
going to
pounds.
pick?
I'll bet-
Who you going to pick? Fulham?
No.
Who?
Honestly not.
Liverpool.
He doesn't pick his own team. He picks. He's like a 5-year-old. Picks the best team. He picks whoever's best in the league right now.
Sorry, who'd you
I'll be
play for?
I'll be picking Arsenal, whooping him. I'll pick Fulham and I'll beat him.
Okay.
Trust.
Oh, okay. I'll play this Liverpool. He plays Fulham. £20.
What? No, you're gonna be Liverpool. You're best. All right, boom.
Whoa.
Boom.
Hey, give me the money now.
Alright.
I don't think you realise what you just done.
Millions, baby. I'm the best there is, best there was, best there ever will be.
This is why, guys, talk to Frank. I'm going to leave a link in the description of website called Talk to Frank.
You know, I haven't got
not
nothing
Frank,
wrong.
not Frank
You know,
Henshaw.
I haven't got
No,
nothing
no,
wrong.
not
I
Frank-
haven't
not
got
Frank
nothing wrong
Henshaw.
on this show so far. Everything I tell you is truths. I told you about Big J, it was the truth. I told you about Fulham not
What are you
coming
ta- what
close
are you
to
talking about,
Arsenal,
Big J?
it was the truth. I told you about him, it's the truth. I am the truth on
Well,
this
yeah, but
team.
again, you're not giving any context as to what
Yeah,
you're
Because
exactly.
they know, they've been
Yeah.
watching.
One thing's not the truth. The fact that you didn't know who Pulisic is.
But I didn't lie. I said I didn't know who Pulisic was. Man's telling the truth.
Hey, Chris, you even know where you are right now.
Space, baby.
Let me wrap that part.
You know, it's like 12 o'clock at night. Man is
I know,
knackered.
Oh,
so-
my days.
so guys, so-
overtime, cheeky sport overtime.
So guys, we've been
Hey, how
we've been
about-
running
how much you
Extra
get
time.
paid overtime, mate?
super show. Great.
Because
I get paid for this.
Yeah.
Hey!
You get a key's wage for the week.
Tyler, just final thoughts on
You know he's got to
Tyler
go to work at 5
Tyler,
in the morning
Tyler,
tomorrow.
final thoughts.
He's got to go to work at 5.
And you decide to have a show at 9
Change
o'clock.
that
Let me
time.
talk. If you let me talk, yeah, then
What
we
are you
can
going to
get
say
out
now?
of
What, who do you
Tyler.
think's going to win the Premier League?
Tyler.
Yeah. Instead of wrapping the thing up, he's just like, Tyler, so what do you think of the Premier League changing the roles with Tavares?
Tyler, Who do you
Didn't
think?
even talk about VAR.
Who do you think's gonna finish in the top 4?
Oh, I knew it.
No, you didn't.
So bait.
That's not what you said. So don't try.
Liverpool.
So shut up.
Liverpool, City, Chelsea,
in order?
Leicester. Yeah, in order.
All right.
I quite like that.
Cool.
I like that.
My turn then, yeah. All right, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leicester.
Leicester.
Oh, Leicester. Not Arsenal.
Fulham.
Not Arsenal.
Fulham.
Not Arsenal. And not
Fulham.
Arsenal.
It'll be in this order. It'll be Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs, Man United,
We said top 4. He does a top 10.
and then Arsenal.
Yes, it Man United.
Then Arsenal.
It has to be different every time.
Yeah, it's gotta
you
be
think-
different. All right, so guys, let us know as well if you're any good at FIFA 20, because we'll come and.
Listen, do you know what we should do?
but
We'll
more
do-
importantly-
You know, hey, when I used to be a school teacher, if any of my kids are watching, yeah, you put in the comments and you tell the truth. Wait, listen, I used to pay these, man. After school, I used to go home. They used to want us to cargo, let's pay. I used to go and pay FIFA, I used to whoop all of them.
Chris.
Next day, them I'm going to talk smack to me. I used to whoop you in class as well.
Wait. So you used to play little kids that you taught.
What do you mean? Are you damn Jake? You know how good the kids are at the game? I used to play like Call of Duty.
I don't think you
They used to
realise
whoop
that.
me.
So you were playing little kids that you taught online.
He says, look at him. Look at his
So
man
they-
fix in the
and,
corner.
and I told you that only nonsense play on alternate.
Don't worry, I had a CRB at that time.
Yeah, and where is it? Where is it finishing?
Chris, you weren't a school teacher.
He was. He actually was. I listen. If you want to see the effects of drugs, type in Izzy Gibbs hardest out.
You know it. Let me explain.
And look at
it
the
as
camera
well.
work. Look at the camera work.
Let me explain it. I need to explain. Let me explain.
Tyler, what did you think you taught in school? Tyler, what did you think?
I don't know, I think he was like a mentor or something.
That's-
mentor.
I was a mentor the first season. Then they made me a cover teacher. Then I was a cover teacher. I had a full class, everything. It was mental.
You know, then school periods we have like 3 periods and they make you do like anything.
Oh,
You must have been a favourite teacher still.
I was a
Yeah.
mad one. Yeah, I was how I am now, innit? Just dumb in it.
What-
Just doing dumb
Wait,
business.
so you're confirming now that you were high once you were teaching children? Is that
No,
what you
never
just
in my
said?
life.
No, of course
I
not.
thought you just said high.
He doesn't want to get his wages docked.
What, by you lot?
Reversed. No, I don't want.
Emergency
Only,
tax.
If only.
Anyway, guys, obviously we're wrapping up now. Let us
Izzy
know
gives
who
hardest
you
out.
think's going to finish in the top 4, and also let us know if you think you're good at FIFA 20. Because I'll
Listen,
come.
I'll play you
come
up.
and battle all of you, man. You,
Hakeem, bro.
you, and you,
No,
and you, man. as well.
He'll come
All
and
of
batter you, but he'll be about 2 hours late. But it's,
Yeah,
you know, if you're willing
bat-
to stay up all night and wait, for him.
Batter. Yeah.
What's
well,
batter? What's
Can I
batter?
just quickly
Banner.
say as well, yeah, big up you lot. Like you do, like
Oh my
no,
God!
seriously.
Yes,
You
Tyler.
got an entertaining
you, Ty.
podcast, yeah, and
Thank you.
big up Jermaine as well for like.
Forget
making it work.
Jermaine!
Hey, forget Jermaine.
Jermaine!
Ain't it?
You want
Ain't
about
it?
Jermaine?
Jermaine, ain't it?
Before
Nah,
we
big him up,
finish-
man. He called me from LA. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
did he?
no.
I know,
One
no,
thing
no,
before
no.
we stop.
Did he call you? What? Did he
wait,
WhatsApp
wait.
you or normal
No,
call you?
he called me.
What,
Wait,
No, normal call.
Yeah, no, cool.
Okay, so you
Wait,
run
wait,
his
wait,
minutes.
wait.
All right, big up.
Wait. Before we end, I think Tyler's got a YouTube channel, I believe.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't still.
Huh?
But
Nah.
you got Insta.
Huh?
You got Insta.
Nah.
You ain't got nothing. So
He's
yeah.
got
Nah, I ain't got
You're
nothing.
ghost.
You ain't got none. I thought you.
Nah,
Oh,
nah,
my
nah.
bad. I thought
I got a YouTube. That obviously I won the competition, but that's it.
It
I ain't got a
was just
YouTube
a
channel,
type. It was
nah.
just a type on Jack. Not
Yeah.
to
Have you got aspirations of doing that?
Nah.
All right, cool.
This guy.
I don't know.
Question,
shit.
innit?
Nah, I don't.
All
Oh,
right.
you did. My bad. Anyway, thank you.
Where
Ty.
did you get that from? Was that some bad information?
No, you weren't here because you were 40 minutes late.
This is embarrassing for me and T.
It's not.
These two
All right, big up
uncles.
Tyler, though.
No,
Big
no,
up.
honestly,
Uncle.
Tyler,
Big-
thank you
big
so
up
much for
Tyler.
coming on, man. I really appreciate
Great
that.
guest.
It's been
Big him up.
All right, did we get some Tokyo time?
We'll get you stuff. Yeah, man.
No, wait, no,
Yeah.
Has he not been given it yet?
Nah, that's. I think that's a different competition.
Nah, it's
but
different
I'll come for that
competition, man.
as
Keep
well.
up.
bro.
We
coming
do
for that
different
as well.
competitions.
No,
Geezer.
regardless, we'll get him some
We'll get
Tokyo
you some
time.
stuff. Yeah.
Can't you get
Even
him
if
no daily
it's some of
paper?
mine.
Can't you get him no daily paper?
Yeah, why are you getting some?
Me and my plugger, you know.
Oh,
Hey,
having issues.
hey, for about 4 weeks or 20 years wearing daily paper. It's gone quiet now. It's gone very quiet.
But,
bro.
hey, but you
Boys.
need a new CRM jacket.
All right, we're done. We're done.
Bust me.
Make sure you
I ain't even got a new one.
Make sure you catch us on all the socials. Make sure you check us out on. I almost said Spotify.
That's
Check us out on
streaming.
Spotify. Check us out on Spotify because we are on every week and we don't talk about it enough. And lastly, make sure you catch us next week. It's near the international break. I think the international break is in a couple of
Is
weeks.
Jermaine
as well.
back next?
Again.
Jermaine will be back next week. But also, we'll be back with a mad
new
competition
piercings.
next week as well. You might come with new piercings, but big up everyone listening. We're out.
No, we didn't even say I've been.
All right.
Jack, come on, bro.
No, we got to do this.
I've been. All right.
I'm not even
I've been
gonna
cheeky.
cut
I've been,
this.
we're not gonna cut this, but I've been cheeky for Ak.
Like a Chris.
I've been relegation Jake. And our
competition
special
winner,
guest,
Tyler.
Big up, Tyler.
This
Big
is
up,
the ending.
Tyler.
This is the ending Jake wanted. Yeah, safe.